I mean, you tried. You didn't. You didn't succeed, but you tried.
Logan, I did succeed in saying it, but when I wanted to.
That's fair.
So I had something in the background that I couldn't hear while we were all talking.
Yeah.
But when it went quiet for the opening, all I heard in the background was, "Am I gonna get the good suck tonight?" I realized I had another stream open.
Well, that's this successfully derailed, I'd say. Okay, so welcome back to Devils Might Surrender, Nat19, Session 5, technically the start of Mission 3, even though I've kind of moved around when the end of this mission would be, so that we don't have to stop after an hour today. How's everybody doing out there? Hopefully well.
Pretty good.
It's coming up on summer, which means I'm boiling and hate it, and it's terrible, and I want it to go back to being mild. How about you guys?
It's super cold
In
here.
apartment air conditioning.
I have air
DM
conditioning.
naked, Logan.
I just can't have it on while we're doing this.
You can only
Jet
get
be
better air
naked.
conditioning.
chairs have leather backing, so it's not the
Yeah.
most comfortable.
Well,
Just
you
get
can't. You can't say that for him though. He stands.
I stand.
Just get those ice packs that like are meant to be like around your neck for like shoulder pain, but like put it in the freezer.
That sounds like
Logan, just be naked.
I've definitely taken
That
an ice pack from
probably
downstairs
won't
and
help
had it in
me, because my body will just heat up to compensate.
That is
That's what happens.
Oh, out of ideas.
that's
You need to
weird.
go and get
Ever
some new
since-
threads
ever-
from Jupiter the monkey.
Ever since I've ascended, I don't have to worry about these bodily functions anymore. Clearly.
Yeah, ever since Squeaky became a VTuber.
Man.
A lot of
I'm so happy
thermodynamics
it's
haven't
doing
been
it.
the same.
Human thermodynamics haven't been the same since Squeaky became a VTuber.
There you go.
Gosh. Just quickly, have you, I've been like super drowned in work the past while. Have you been doing streams like with your like VTuber
couple, yeah.
persona? Oh, that's so cool.
Squeaky.
I actually did the first one on Saturday.
I can tell everybody where to I can go find you then.
Oh, have to do that.
Do it.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah.
no.
It seems, I mean, you don't have to, but it just seems like a good idea.
Yeah, I can plug me in a second. One moment.
It's like, where am I? Where do they find me? 1 second.
So once upon a time, Squeaky
Who
became
am
a VTuber, and they were absolutely amazing. But the laws of thermodynamics.
Oh, okay, someone did it for me. Thank you, Aaron.
You're welcome.
As you can see, I'm not used to plugging myself anywhere.
I don't have my link on hand.
So, for those watching back on YouTube that can't see that, that is twitch.tv/SqueakyChiona. That's Squeaky, and then CHIONA.
Followed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Heck,
I post garbage and create more garbage.
Good.
are there any particular days that you're like aiming to try to stream on specifically?
I'm trying to do Friday, Saturdays at night,
Okay.
but it's a mixed bag.
Cool. Alright. So heckin' go seek them out, people watching on YouTube and also people watching here. That said, I'm gonna goddamn turn this up, kaboom. And turn this up, also kaboom. And I'm just gonna switch us over right now. Ba-ba-da. Oh, that lagged badly.
I'm loving it.
Alright, time to find out from which one of you guys. Who's gonna tell me what happened last time? Eric, what happened last time?
Oh fuck.
You got
So-
this.
We were finding necklaces, and then we got lit on fire, and Niccolo and Fianula, they traveled into the fire and got a necklace, and then we got out, and then we went to another room with a bunch of statues, and I was a fucking genius the whole time, and I had the solution, but Niccolo was like, no. I need to
I'm
be
sorry you
dumb.
happened upon a solution and didn't think, and I overthought. Sorry.
I need to be a dumb. So then we put the statues in a floating bowl. We got another necklace. We went back to the elevator, talked to Mr. Service Worker for like a minute, and then we fought some dudes for a blue orb. And now we're going up. And that's about that.
And now Groudon will do our bidding.
God damn it.
Making our way up in town, and we're uptown.
Oh, found a place to put the fan where I don't think it's being too loud. Yes. Ah, good. Not overheating, not melting.
Woo!
Okie
Damn it,
dokie.
Team Magma.
So yeah, when you guys are coming in, you guys retrieved the other 2 of the medallions. After you did so, you put them into the slots where they go on the elevator. When you turned it on, a series of things happened. The first thing was a statue of the goddess appeared that you guys could use to buy vital stars and whatnot, which some of you did, some of you didn't. Oh yeah, I guess I should go over that.
We're not sheep.
I guess I should go over that out loud. I'll do that here in a minute. The other thing was you put another one in, and a test of the goddess heckin' turned on, which you guys went into, and you did the exact opposite of maybe what you should have done when fighting it, because you had to knock the dudes over, so you were like, you know what the solution here is? Make them so huge we can't! And then you did, and created, and you created Venti Angelo, which Marile then used style points to proceed to jump off a wall and heckin' kaiju kick down onto the ground, and then you guys beat them up, got the blue orb, used it, and got yet more hit points, making you the beefiest level 3 characters in the history of D&D.
Yeah!
Which
Get fucked, everybody else!
works for me. You guys then came out of that.
Comparable as a barbarian.
You guys then came out of that, and the elevator is now working, and you guys are heckin' free to go, and I release you. Oh yes, actually, before I do, so you're all level 3 now. We moved that, so you all leveled, so you all got your stuff. You are all currently benefiting from the blue orb's maximum hit point increase, which will go away next time you take a long rest. And also, I told all of you, but just to draw your attention to it, if you go to your character sheets and go to your actions tab, you'll notice that the healing potions things are now at the top, at the very top of the screen. From now on, when we get healing potions and whatnot, which correspond to vital stars, when you get those, keep track of them up there. If you double-click one, it'll just use it, and it'll count it down. I also left the effects for them on your sheets, just in case you ever want to use one on somebody else, in which case you can modify with the control scroll wheel. As usual, I would like to thank Scridraven for doing this. You didn't have to. Luckily, I finally fought a PayPal link out of him, so I paid them.
Logan, I have 9 supreme healing potions.
You don't! You don't actually! I don't know if you knew that, but you don't have them!
Oh, come on. Let him have
That's
it.
a fantasy!
Pretty unfair.
Supreme
Look at
Sorry,
him.
I'm gonna have to take those away from you. It's just one of the many things that's changed since Squeaky became a VTuber.
Oh no! Squeaky, why?
I have them.
Your friend's
Supreme
supreme healing potions. A steep price to pay for VTubing.
That's between me and my mother's.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, so I just wanted to point you guys to that. Heckin', that's a cool extension, because potions are ubiquitous enough that I thought it would be neat if we just had a way to, like, quickly do that instead of throwing around effects on sheets. But beyond that, that's it, really. I release you! You are free! You are in the elevator room, the medallions are in the slots, the elevator is functioning, you guys just benefited from a long rest, and you have your new abilities now, which means that, among all the things that happened, I think it's really funny that Arden has remembered how his mutagens work all of a sudden.
Listen, I'm perfecting the formula.
That's
It
it.
just required a bit more of my blood.
And now,
Just stop her first.
you have the stage.
Logan,
Mm.
I would like to turn on detect magic and never turn it off.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Cool.
I'd like to sit down
People
for
at
5
home maybe
minutes
think
and
people at home may be thinking that's a joke.
I'd like to sit down for 5 minutes and use my subclass.
We will assume that that long rest involved you guys regaining spell slots and going through your abilities and whatnot.
I can make a potion.
You can. Which
or
one do you
a
want to do?
mutagen.
Which mutagen do you want to do?
Ooh. Ah. Ooh. I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna use the. I'm gonna use.
I hope this is every rest from now on.
I'm gonna get the embers. Mutagen.
Okay, so how we'll do these is we'll just click the others off whenever we do that. So you have. Are you gonna use it now, or are you gonna wait for a fight?
I will most likely wait for a fight. I don't. Oh, it doesn't
only
even
you can
ha-
use your
Oh
mutagens,
no,
right?
it lasts until I take another like short rest. So I
Yep.
may as well drink it now.
Okay.
So
In that case.
Only you can use your mutagens, right?
only I can, yes.
Okay, it's applied to you, so you know how that works. Why don't you describe the process of going through that?
Okay. Okay. Are we like sitting down for the rest, or are we
You're
like, still
doing
traveling?
whatever you guys want.
We're sitting down after everything that happened.
That's fair.
Yeah, we're taking a little rest.
All right. I will whip out this set of like they look like alchemy supplies, but like they're more suited for for my needs.
More magical.
Like they like have some like syringes and other like what look to be like medical like supplies,
They're not
Scalpel.
magical.
and such.
scalpels and whatnot. Yeah. And he it's like it's a combination of what looks to be alchemy and body horror. But yeah, he's like drawing his own blood, mixing it with certain chemicals that he has stored in his supply kit, and eventually he makes this this vial filled like this orange liquid with like this blackish like smoke texture like inside of it as well.
Magical orange.
It's not magic.
I'm gonna stop.
And then he drinks it.
Magically.
Magically.
roll me a Constitution check.
Oh heck. An 8.
Oh.
So Arden drinks it. You guys see him create this substance that almost, when he completes it, it is again an orangish liquid that has this like black smoke-like substance drifting through it that penetrates and leaves the surface of it as well. He makes it, inspects it, uncorks it, drinks it, and then there's just a moment of just downing it like a shot, and then just a from Arden. As a small wisp of black smoke just escapes your mouth.
What does
You're
it
right.
taste like?
Oh, it tastes like. Have you ever tasted firewood?
What?
I
But
don't
like just the
know.
embers of it, you know?
I
Fire?
Have you?
I basically.
Well, I
seen
have
it
now.
was on fire.
Yeah, no, I had to actually use embers from a fucking fire for this recipe. Yeah.
So, why did you do that?
So if we run into
sound-
more fire, I'll be a bit more resistant to it.
So you'll be like me, kind of, maybe.
A little bit, yeah.
Nice.
It goes. Oh, I think it went down a bit wrong.
Do you want some water?
I love some water. Holy
pull it.
shit.
Pull out my
Drinks
little
water,
bottle.
the effect becomes null.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like, I drink the water and it's like way colder.
He recoils
Because I'm-
slightly. Yeah. You drink some of the water which had previously been exposed to the winter conditions outside, and you don't expect how cold it is. You see him pull back as if it burns him.
Huh.
Strange
Unfortunately,
little
these things come with side effects.
Like.
Let's just say I'm not looking forward to running into anything, cold.
Oh. But
You like
luckily, we're not
outside?
going into a completely over frozen city or anything.
Yeah, good thing, right? Whew.
It seems like a bad idea, is what I'm trying
Was
to say.
really worried about that.
Yeah, there's no frost tails here.
Oh.
We
In
should perhaps
hindsight, it
keep an
does
eye
seem
on-
like the worst choice, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's fine.
I hadn't thought about that till now.
If we go into like the Lazarus field or something, maybe you'll be okay.
I'm sure. If
Well, the next
anything, we
time
just
we
need
go into
to
a
sit
hallway
down
that
for
tries to
5 more
incinerate us.
minutes, and then I can just make a different potion.
Yeah, it's fair. I like watching you work. It's really cool. It's interesting.
Oh, thank you. It's very nice.
You
Never
used
seen
your
anyone get before.
blood in that little cocktail of yours.
Hmm.
Does that make you some weird kind of self-vampire or something?
Self-fire.
You said before you're a half-demon. Which kind
I
are
am.
you? Do you know?
I've got no clue, unfortunately.
Oh.
I just,
How
Hmm?
would a self-fire suck on themselves?
Bite
Like
your
what
own
he
mom,
did.
Probably.
He just puts an IV in. He gets. How did you do it? I say before I assume what the fuck you did.
it's mainly just a syringe.
Imagine if he like put the syringe into a straw. Oh, that's one way to do it. Not a good one. Oh,
It
sorry.
seems clinical. A lot less scary than regular vampires.
Very,
Good
very
job.
interesting though.
What kind of demon were you hoping he might be? Marilene?
Oh, I don't know. I was just actually very curious. Either way, he turned out good.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Yep.
it.
Always be nice to the customer.
What?
He
Wait.
just gonna sit his hand in his hand, sit his hand on his head, and just look away, just like, oh my god.
Looking over at Nicolo. Is she always like this?
All of the time,
Okay.
every second of every day.
Do you have a problem with that, Nicolo?
Of course not. Why would I?
I guess I can never expect you to be jealous or feel any other emotion except for anger and indifference.
It just would make a lot more sense if somebody who was being hunted by people would live a bit more of a secluded lifestyle, is all I'm trying to say.
Boring.
Exactly! See, this is why I like you, Manny.
It's so boring to want to live. You're right. All right, let's keep going.
Is it living or is it living?
Nicolo has a point, though.
It does, pero quiero vivir. Nicolo? Quiero uno. Holds up Emmanuel.
Looks to Emmanuel. Looks back to you. So how do we get this thing to go up again?
Push.
Push the buttons,
I
probably.
pushed it.
Push. Which one do you push?
Oh,
There are
I
four.
didn't think that far ahead.
I didn't think that far ahead.
Clearly, you guys have never ridden an elevator.
the-
You push all 4 buttons at once.
The up one. Is there an up one?
They all look basically the same apart from the designs on them, and the designs don't
Which
seem to
one did
correspond to anything incredible.
Which one did we press before?
The one that you guys pressed before to get up here, that one has nothing on it. The design is just, like, blank-faced.
Ah, okay, I get it then. These are probably like different floors then.
Oh.
Because the one that like is there is the one that's blanked out, so we're already here.
And then there's
What-
a radio
what-
button, and then there's
what
probably
order?
up and down.
What order are they arranged in? Like, how are they arranged?
You guys set them just in whatever order you ended up setting them in. I don't think you actually told me a particular order.
Oh, the buttons are where we put the medallion.
Yes, the buttons are the medallions.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Heckin'... the first one we did. Let's push that one.
All right.
I don't remember which color that was.
We'll, for the sake of brevity, let's say that you kind of put them clockwise in the same order you got them from the rooms.
Yeah.
When you walk up to it and you push it in, it depresses, and then when you take your finger away, it comes back out. I guess it presses, and then it depresses when you take your finger away, but you know what I mean. I can't talk. I have been wiped since Saturday, just so everybody knows, so if I'm stupid today, that's my excuse this week. But...
At least you're not blaming the fact that I became a VTuber.
Nah. Tenebros just
two
hasn't been the
things.
same since Squeaky became a VTuber. But no, you press it, it unpresses, nothing seems to happen.
Okay. Let's try the next one. I'll do the next one.
You go over to it, you press it, it depresses, nothing seems to happen.
I'm telling you guys.
No, maybe we do. Maybe you're right. Maybe we push them all at once. Let's do it.
It's worth a try.
Yeah, let's do it.
I will position myself over one of them and look over toward Gino and Emmanuel, and I'll wait.
Okie doke. Boop.
All right. As soon as you have 3 of them pushed in, including the original one, the elevator starts to move. It shudders for a second as whatever locking mechanism holds it in place gives away, and then it starts to slowly go up. As it does, all the lights in the surrounding area, going down the hallways and whatnot, the ones that have been following Gino, they all turn off as if the floors and hallways depower all at once.
Oh, look, it's Earth Day for demons, too.
As you guys go up, and as you raise up, you go through a similar elevator as before, with glass windows and such, that as you pass them, there's the same effect that you had coming up, where you see your world, then rock, then the Lazarus field, then nothing but machinery and whatnot. As it goes up, after about a minute, after nothing falls down and attacks you on the elevator, breaking the trope, eventually you get to a point where the windows disappear, and as you go up, it is just solid machinery on the edges of the elevator, and then it comes to a stop in a relatively wide hallway compared to normal hallways, at least. About 20-30 feet across, wide enough for the elevator to have enough room to come up into it. You hear the sputtering of electricity as lights turn on the ceiling going down this hallway that stretches into the distance. Like a horror movie, some of the lights flicker on and off unexpectedly.
Oh.
It's like that time we forgot to pay the electricity.
That was your fault, not mine.
You have to pay for electricity?
Well, yes, of course. How else do you get it?
I don't know.
Do you live off the grid?
Pretty much.
Well, kind of. I was mostly living on like.
What's a society?
We live in a society? Question mark.
We live in one. Let's go.
Actually, that explains a couple things from earlier. Oh.
Where are we? We're trying to get to the workshop, right?
Yeah.
And then we're going to take this spire and connect it fully into our world.
Right.
What?
If we
What do you think?
No, I'm just. If we connect it fully to our world, would we be able to. Would it just stay here? I guess?
I believe it would, but at least it wouldn't be stuck between there and, well, the coldest parts of hell.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that once we secure it, then perhaps the city will be at least somewhat more manageable, hopefully.
Maybe. I was worried that maybe if we were able to get through it, would. I'll turn to Arden. Would your not really friend, Layden, be able to maybe control the Talon too? Maybe he's doing something similar.
He could be. I've got no idea what he's up to.
I believe we're going to be having Gino control it, are we not?
I guess. I don't know. It was just a thought.
Well,
At this point, we don't have a lot of options. If we don't do this, if we don't do something, then the city will be in a perpetual state of winter until someone worse shows up to take care of it.
Like in that one movie.
This hallway makes me think of Lights Out, a 2016 horror thriller.
No, I was
really
thinking
want
about
to-
the Disney one.
Huh?
I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, I was just gonna say I'd really like to watch movies with you, Manny, once this is all kind of wrapped up and stuff.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
We'll see if there are any theaters left over after all of this, but we should make our way forward.
And
a
I
theater?
guess Arden can come too.
Especially if you don't know what a theater is.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think we're all going to need some sort of a break after today.
Probably.
pick me up.
The exchange. The exchange of fucking, we can go to a theater. What's a theater? And Arden can come to. Hooray!
Hooray!
I don't know what it is, but hooray!
Hooray, I'm included!
All right.
I wondered if
Sorry, go ahead.
I wondered if Gilligan will take a vacation request so soon.
Who's Gilligan?
Our boss.
Okay.
It's
I love
from
how
that
we both
island.
have made our bosses' names now. It's great.
I didn't make the name. I
Oh,
looked
okay.
in my journal.
You know, the one from that island.
From that island. Yeah.
No.
No.
All right, we go.
Yeah.
You know, the one that got stuck on that, the one that got stuck on that island. Oh, that poor man. Did they get him off? Anyway.
Oh,
I didn't see the end.
Did they get him off? Someone did.
Eh. So, as you guys proceed down the hallway, then, do you take any particular precautions or move down it in any particular way?
I will.
Looking around, keeping an eye out. Probably sticking
I'll probably
closer
go
to the back.
forward with. I'll probably go forward with her. Yeah.
can I investigate for traps?
Roll me investigation. Go ahead.
Keeping a lookout for
Hooray.
anything magic. I'm kidding.
One or two.
So Arden, are you like taking point then? Like you staying ahead of everybody?
If I'm investigating for traps, sure.
As you move forward, you don't find there's any. You do find that near some of the windows, there is a bit of frost. But sorry, to describe that, as you move around, there are shutters on the sides of the hallway as you move across. You couldn't see them initially because of how dark it is, but just outside the area where the spotlight lights from above are shining down, you see that the sides of the hallway are actually massive shutters that are completely blocking out whatever's outside. As you're investigating this, you find that some of them are cold to the touch, and there's bits of frost underneath them.
Ah, fuck.
Continuing to move down, you don't find any traps, but you do eventually come to, while you're feeling along the walls and whatnot, you do find what appears to be a switch, that a bit farther down you can see the end of the hallway. There's a large shutter blocking the way forward. Nothing particularly menacing about it, but there is a switch on the wall that you stumble on as you're moving forward.
Did it appear to be hidden?
It was out of sight because of the darkness, but it was not hidden, from common view.
Gotcha. I will flip it.
As you press the switch, which when you put your hand on, it's like a full hand, there's a audible whenever you turn it on. You hear the movement of various shutters as you see some of them from down the hall behind you begin to lift up, and white light pours in from outside as every third shutter or so opens up, and you see that these ones look out into the city. You appear to be moving around the side of the spire of the massive Talon, looking out from what you assume to be basically the top, because from where you are, you can see that same hooked end of it with the large spear-like apparatus on the end of it. You can see that just above you, 50 feet or so up above you, pointing out towards Afune Bay. You can now tell that the Talon is oriented so it turns and points out towards the bay. I'd like everybody, as this happens, to roll me a perception check.
I'm not good at those.
I
You said
am.
it's dark, right?
It's no longer dark in here.
Okay.
The light from outside will have taken care of that.
I will be your perception, Arden. I got you.
Oh, thanks. I'm a bit focused on this switch, I guess.
Can't see shit.
Let's see. So you got, Gino got an 18, and Fionnuala, you got a 21. So, you guys feel a faint rumble under your feet. Seemingly coming from the structure, but also outside, you guys notice, almost imperceptibly, it seems to shake the entire Talon, the entire spire, just lightly enough that you see bits of snow fall off of it. And then after a second, it happens again, very lightly, just a mild vibration on the floor. And then it starts happening repeatedly, picking up in intensity. The others notice it after probably about half a minute of it happening every few seconds and picking up. Is there anything you guys would like to do in response to it?
Oh, my great sword.
I'm gonna look out the window. Look out to see if I can see anything outside that might be causing it.
All right. As you go to close the shutter, Arden, you see Fionnuala kind of throws herself against one of the windows to look outside. Fionnuala, when you touch it, it is cold to the touch. Not painfully so, but it is cold enough that when your fingers press against the window, you kind of recoil for a second. And you see outside that only the area around the spire appears to be shaking. And when you get close to the window, you can hear this smashing against a surface as if something monumental is like crashing into something, and it's picking up louder and louder. And eventually, you recognize that the force of it is coming from below part of the spire, below where you are. One of the many gates of many sizes that opened up on the side of it that demons were pouring out of and whatnot. You see one of them appears to have frozen over entirely, like ice is coating it. You see chunks of ice getting smashed out from the other side, from the side within the tower. And you see car and building-sized chunks of ice flying off of it as a massive claw, like larger than a bus, breaks through it. This twisting, obsidian, dull blue-looking claw with large bone-like protrusions smashes through, breaking from the other side, and you see a massive figure pulling themselves out through it. And when I say massive, something that stands above most of the buildings in the area.
Oh.
You hear
No, thanks.
the sound of creaking as Arden at this point pushes the button to close the shutters, and they start coming down in front of you. Roll me one last perception check, Fionnuala, since you're up against the window, because you're the only one that might get to see this.
I'm gonna put a style point. I have full style points. I'm gonna put one into it.
Look stylishly.
You can put more than one in.
You can.
I know. Ooh. Boo. Do we still, question, do we still have to apply it, or we just double click and then it does it automatically?
Look at the chat.
Should apply the effect to you.
Oh, it did! Heck.
Thanks, ma'am.
And that was perception. Where is it? I can read words. Beep.
I'm sure you can. Well,
I was really only looking for above a 10, so that's
Great.
lucky. As you look out, you're the only one that's going to be able to see as the shutters come down in front of you. You see a colossal figure that stands above the building, standing, a humanoid figure with these two massive tails coming down from like just on their back that whip around the length of streets individually. These two massive wings that look like crystallized blue material coated in stone with runic writing running along them. Pulls itself through, standing above the building, you'd guess roughly 42 to 50 feet tall, carrying an axe that the tip of which is larger than a vehicle. You see, I'm going to share this with you specifically, you're the only one that gets to see this.
Ah!
yes!
This massive figure, pull itself through, step out into the city, and just lets out a roar that shakes the tower to its core as the shutters close and lock in front of you and prevent you from seeing it further.
Oh God.
What?
What is it?
Is the McRib back?
I don't know what that is.
The
But there's
fuck?
Okay. Oh God.
Don't give him the satisfaction of fucking answering that.
There was a really big demon, like really big. It had big wings and tail. It was pulling itself out of the spire, out of the ice in the spire.
Oh.
And he's got a really big axe, and he's in the city now. And I don't know what he's gonna do, but
Yeah, that might as well happen.
Real quick.
Oh.
yes.
Oh, you guys didn't go up to the... Never mind. You guys never went up to the second floor of the exhibit. Never mind.
No, he didn't.
We did not.
Ah.
Fools!
We were fools who accidentally ran into the end.
How dare us go for the plot?
I know.
we weren't even aiming for it.
But he's bigger than Gino. Maybe 10 Genos or more.
10 Genos?
Oh.
Yeah,
Like a
10
dozen?
Genos tall or 10 Genos thick?
tall.
Fuck.
Oh.
Okay, how many Genos thick?
She's blinking and just thinking about it. Well,
Neutral?
his tails were about the same. Lots of Genos long.
Oh.
They have wings too.
Well.
he's outside. He
Well,
can
I
run
hate
his
that.
water. Yeah.
Well, let's never go outside again.
But what could happen to everybody else out there if they're not already dead?
That sounds like
Yeah.
their problem.
As of right now, we can't
Can't do
really
anything about
worry
it.
about
No.
that. There are people who are,
Let's-
honestly, if there are anyone left after everything that went down today, then it'll
I'll
be a
be
miracle.
surprised.
That
Let's
means
try
it's
our
just
best to
us.
avoid that thing for now. I
I
think.
agree.
Let's just make our way to the top and see if we can fix this.
Hey, Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I, based off of her description of the monster, can I like roll some sort of like intelligence check or something to recall information about what it might be?
Demon hunter knowledge?
If you don't think I should,
My
then that's
really
fine.
descriptive.
Demon hunteries?
The thing is, and I'm considering it because the thing is, there's only one of this particular demon,
Oh.
which is always a good sign. I know.
Yeah, that's great.
I'd
Yeah,
say Nicolo, because you guys study demons more academic. You know what? You may have bumped into some stuff about the underworld and whatnot. And no, yes, totally. You might go ahead and roll me, both of you two. Roll me either history or religion. If you roll
Good at both of
history,
those.
if you roll history, it'll be normal. If you roll religion, disadvantage.
I'll roll history.
I'll roll
I'm good
history.
at both of those.
Meanwhile, while they're rubbing their chins, let's hope there are any sort of survivor. It would be really unfortunate if repopulation had to be dependent on us.
I'm also going to use
I love that you guys
That's what you're
think
thinking
stylishly.
about right now, Coralie? That's what you're thinking about?
God dang it!
While they're rubbing the chins and Fionnuala's like, is that what you're thinking about? It's either that or I start panicking.
Arden,
Yeah.
you have a vague recollection of, at one point, going through some of the books of the higher-ups, like sometimes when you were in captivity with the Order of the Sanguine Heart, you may have gone through some of their books studying demons and demonology and what have you. There was an occasion that you're trying to recall that based on the description of what you've been given, you vaguely recall in a book that would have probably belonged to, it probably would have belonged to your boy. Heckin'...
Skinny penis.
It would have belonged to Layden. It would have been one because he liked to study particular demons, and had a bunch of books from the that some demons actually wrote. You would have recalled that the description vaguely matches a demon named Valefar. That historically, there was a massive war in the demon world between factions led by two very powerful demons, both claiming to be the king of the demon world, Mundus and Argosax. Valefar shows up in some depictions as the right-hand man in general of Argosax, but was a traitorous demon that got sealed within the Frost Hells. And any information you would have would be basically end there. If there's more, you can't remember it properly. But
Gotcha.
they are... as far as Layden seemed to be concerned, they were a big deal demon.
Right. You said he was like 10 Geno high?
Uh-huh.
Lots of Geno wide? Oh fuck, I think I know what it is.
Well, really really Geno's high. Wings, tail,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and big claw and an axe. Why?
Hey,
Anything coming to mind, Arden?
Fionnuala,
Uh-huh.
I...
roll me a, roll me a charisma check to see how well you describe this thing to everybody.
Is the charisma check gonna make my 11 work? Well. Okay.
Well, I'll just put the picture away then. It's going back in my files.
Darn you! I want that picture! Wasn't it? I hope. But what if it was a picture book Layden had?
When you would have seen it in like depicted in like a really old, almost like Egyptian-looking imagery, the one that you would have seen would have been a large, two-tailed, almost draconic. Well, not draconic in the sense of like looked like a dragon, but like its body proportions looked kind of like what you might associate with it. An elongated neck, large horns, skull-like face, two large wings that look less like wings and more like these like massive spear-like protrusions that themselves were each the size of its body. Massive whipping tails that ended with these huge scythes on the end of them. And an axe that was taller than most apartment buildings.
Right. That thing, I think, is Valefar. He's a big deal demon. He was very important in the Demon War, or whatever. He was a general for Argosax's army. But he apparently turned traitor, so they sealed him in the Frost Hells. And that's probably him, getting out.
You just see. I'm just putting my entire hand over my face, just like.
That sounds
Yeah, we don't want to
awesome.
deal with him.
Does the name Valefar mean anything to me? Does it ring any bells?
You roll me history.
Okay.
What about you know?
You wouldn't know.
Okay.
What
He's
about
the
my
traitor, though.
11, Logan?
You vaguely know, you have vague information about Valefar. You've heard the name, you've never seen the individual.
Hey.
You, Fionnuala, would have a general understanding that within the Frost Hells, Valefar is not considered to be a prisoner, as much as Valefar is considered to be the ruler of the Frost Hells.
Oh,
As of this time in history.
that's fine.
They are a usurper who dethroned whatever demon previously held control over it and seized the Frost Hells for itself.
Okay, this is really, really, really bad. Please?
Yeah, I could get
No,
that.
no.
Oh, please tell us more, Fionnuala.
He rules the Frost Hells.
He rules the Frost Hells.
The ruler of the Frost Hells.
Oh.
Ah, fantastic.
Maudile, we have to move
Move? Move where?
somewhere else.
What?
People are coming.
I've heard Ireland's nice this time of year.
I've heard Ireland's great as well.
But potatoes have too many carbs.
There's more than potatoes in Ireland.
You're
You
right.
racist bastard.
You're right. You're right. Potatoes aren't even native to Ireland.
So we're looking for a new place. Any of you want to go house hunting with us at some point? It's up to you. We're not going to stay
my
here.
home
This place sounds terrible now.
My home is currently invading your home.
Yeah, well, you can also move. So
I'm not allowed to live with you guys.
yeah,
Why
well,
not?
you really shouldn't go back to where you're going.
Because I have to. They need this thing, and if they can't get it off me, they just took me. So I feel like they'll just come pick me up.
We're
It's
already hiding. You can come with us. Anyway.
You can come with us. It makes things so much easier.
We'll figure things out. It'll be like a sleepover. Don't worry.
Te quedaste, cuido.
We should go
Right.
take care of this and see if we're going to do much else beyond that, because I'm pretty sure this city is going to be visited very soon by lots of bad people.
Yeah.
But at least it's not my fault this time, right, Nicolo? That's a bright side, right?
At least everything going on is so much bigger than any of us. Yes, that is very true. That we can just slip through the cracks.
Atente.
Oh.
Gino is moving forward.
As you move forward, as if to punctuate the conversation, there's a sudden metallic twang that echoes through the hallway, and the shutter that was blocking it, suddenly you hear the sound of like ice cracking inside of the mechanism, and it seems to break free, having been engaged, and slowly, shutter by shutter, moves up. The lights beyond it are still on. When Arden hit the button again, it seems like he only closed the shutters. The lights down the hallway remain on. And you guys, if Gino sees this happen, and Gino proceeds to walk through, his metallic footsteps ringing down the hallway.
Follow.
Probably follow him.
As we're walking, my eyes are just on Arden, like looking really, really guilty, just like from him to the floor. We'll keep walking.
Alrighty. As you continue to move, and you go down the hallway, it opens up into a very large room. The room is about, that would be about 50 feet across. There's 3 levels to it, in that there's two elevated sections of floor that each run about 20 feet forward, and there's like a set of stairs, like a really wide room-spanning set of stairs between each one. Looking up, you see this room is dark. The lights in here appear to have been damaged. At its highest point, on the highest level up in front of you guys see that there's a very large set of mechanized double doors that are about 20 feet across together that look like the lights that are around them are still on and still engaged. You see various little bits of machinery actually whirring and moving, like little cogs and whatnot, turning along the edges of it to show that it still has power. As you move in and you walk forward, you see flickering lights within this room again, and you see this room has more of those shutters on the side of it that look like, when they were open, may have, like, looked outside, like actually been open to the outside world. You see a couple of them are damaged, and golden light is penetrating through just little streams of it that indicate to you that the Lazarus pit would be visible outside these particular shutters. Lazarus field, rather. As you guys move forward, you also notice that there's a couple ancient, they look like cannons almost, except the ammunition on the end of it is pointed, as if like it was a grappling hook that the tongs on it could like fold inwards to like make a spear. You see they're just sitting. One of them looks armed, another one looks like it needs to be loaded as if they've been used, and there's dried blood, ancient dried blood caking the edges and walls of both red and greenish color. It looks like this room may have been the site of a battle at one point.
Does this room seem familiar to me?
Roll me, let's say wisdom. Roll me a wisdom check.
Okie doke. Wisdom.
Okey-doke.
Check. Holy fuck.
Absolutely! You don't know where you get this information. You know this room is effectively it's effectively a fire break room for if anybody were invading the towers. It is a area where there's a tactical advantage to defend the control room. You become immediately aware that the room up there is the control room. Also gain 2 style points if you didn't use any.
If only I could.
Yeah, you had max, I'm afraid. You didn't style on thinking, so I guess you can't regain any. But yeah,
Luckily he didn't.
You become aware the command room is up there, and as long as there's no threats in this room, that door should open. Whether or not you're considered threats, that's a different story.
Gino
Any
might not
ideas,
be.
Gino?
Well, this is the control room. Don't ask me how I know that, because I don't know.
Is this where we're supposed to go for your repairs?
Is it?
Who knows?
It's not the workshop. Okay. Don't know.
This definitely isn't OSHA compliant.
What?
A what?
Blood everywhere. This is a serious health risk.
It is going to fail the health inspection, yes.
Uh-huh.
If I was more worried about that creature outside, that thing might come in handy. Motions over toward the big fucking fuck you cannon.
Yeah, let's keep that in mind. Gino's gonna heckin' start marching on towards that dang old control room there.
All right.
Does it look like with the other cannon there's any way to like return it?
Like reload it?
Yeah.
Yep. These particular cannons, they look like they function basically like normal ones, except as Gino confidently walks up the first large stairway and then begins walking up towards the second, you stop. There's one on the second and the third level, a cannon, I mean, on opposite sides on each one. When you go to the first one, Niccolo, you just take a quick detour to go over to it as Gino walks forward, and you see it looks like it functions basically the same as a normal cannon, except it doesn't require anything looks like gunpowder. It just has a rearming mechanism. And you also notice this one's the one that looks like it needs to be reloaded. There's a grappling hook-like piece of ammunition that is just sitting outside of it, and you see a chain running up and into the barrel.
He will look to the others that see they're going up. He's gonna be like, I don't know what we're gonna do about that big creature. Maybe it'll attack us. I don't know. He's gonna press the reloading.
As you do, you hear the slow shifting as it almost sputters to life. You see little lights come on that give it this faint, almost like magical at first, bluish glow on certain components as the chain retracts back into it and the ammo resets itself inside.
Are any of the other ones in the up part spent?
Nope, there's only 2 total. This one, then the one up on the top, and the top one looks like it's pointed out towards the outside, like out towards the shutter currently, and it looks like it's loaded. This one was kind of angled in towards the room.
Right, this is where the fucking blood probably happened.
And that one needed to be reloaded.
He will look to it, he'll give it a slight pat, and he'll just go, hopefully we won't need you. And then he's gonna keep going.
As you head up towards the door, Gino, and you get up to it, again, it's a large, like 20 feet tall, 20 feet across set of metallic double doors that are made of many panels that look like they would slide apart from each other if it were opened. As you do, you see an eye-like mechanical apparatus open in the center of it and begin looking to each person that's in here. You notice when it looks, it stutters slightly, as if it is not functioning properly. But its eye moves to each person in the room and then to you, and then seems to focus on you briefly, and then nothing happens.
Open. He's just yelling at it.
As you say that, the lens on this mechanical eye tightens and becomes smaller, and then dilates outwards. You hear the door begin moving. As you say that, you hear the sound of steam and hydraulics within the mechanism as some of the plates begin sliding out, and then you see it stops and it sputters for a second and slides back into its closed position, and then the entire door, the mechanism just seems to stop working immediately. You hear
Gino, you're a wizard.
You hear this almost mechanical short-circuiting coming from inside of it.
So it's the door starts opening and then closes again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's gonna whip out his greatsword. He's gonna try to plunge it between the door.
Can maybe apply some force. Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Gonna say maybe we can try to like hold it open.
Yeah, good work.
Tell us when you're ready, Gino.
Yeah, he's shoving his greatsword between the door, like to kind of like get a gap going.
It's like it's not two like normal doors. It's like a series of plates that all like overlap onto each other.
Ah, okay.
Well, whenever you say open, we can try to like try it, right?
I guess just get down and like just wherever it is, try to open it again. Whereas as it was opening before.
The opening segment is.
So you're gonna try to force it, or you trying to tell it to open again?
Trying to force it.
Okay, roll me a strength check.
Can he?
Or athletics?
Because we're assisting.
Sure. Roll with athletics.
Hooray.
Or roll with advantage.
Okay,
Roll with athletics.
Roll it with athletics.
Island right there.
Roll advantage with athletics. The real casualty of Saturday was my brain.
It's still
Well-
technically a correct sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. As you go up, you try to force some of the plates open. You do manage to get them to slide open a little bit, but then they snap with a much greater force than you can wrestle against it back into place. As you do, you see a panel open up on the side of the door, and you see just like an error message, like a red flashing message go across this, what looks like LCD screen that just pops out of the wall.
Oh,
You first, you know?
Is there an actual, like, full message, or is it just error?
From where you are, you can only see that it's something flashing red.
I would
I'm
like
gonna
to
go over
approach
and.
it.
Oh yeah.
Hmm?
I guess Gino and Nicola both go over to look at it.
Going over to it, Nicolo, can you read Infernal?
Let me look really quick.
The demon language.
Is it in? It's not in skill abilities. Yes. I can read Fiendish. Is that a thing?
That covers both heckin' Infernal and Abyssal, so yeah.
Yeah.
You go over to it. Gino, you can just read it. You can't actually tell what, or can you read Infernal before I tell you?
I can read it.
Then you can just read it then. I was gonna say you recognize the characters even if you can't read it, but you can just read it. You can tell that it's in Infernal, but the LCD display here indicates that the system is trying to divert power to the door, but that something is preventing it from fully powering up.
Doesn't say what.
Roll me to interpret kind of the way it's in like tech jargon, effectively.
I know, but I love the.
Well, I'm just trying to decide how I'm gonna like interpret it for you. Both of you roll me intelligence, just to check.
Oh, well, good luck, Nicola.
I was there.
And you did better than me.
We both did the same.
I know, we did the same. We just looked to each other, we both shrug and start hitting it.
It just says, all you can glean from it is that the power's being diverted locally to somewhere else.
We should maybe check the room and see if anything is on. Do you think?
All right.
Is it
Everyone
safe to come in?
I was going to say everyone let's spread out and look through these floors and see if there's anything taking power away from the door.
Sure.
Can I wander over and read that thing?
Yeah, I'll read it with him.
So as the other two, you two, as you go towards it, can both of you roll me intelligence? The others that are in here, could you all roll me perception? Everybody else?
Hey.
Oh, come on! Well,
Dang it, I'm throwing so bad today.
Oh, wait.
Ah.
Oh my god, Arden!
I'm rolling
Two
so
peas
bad
in a pod.
That's why we're best friends, bitch!
Hey!
You both nat one.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Are people just losing style points already?
Yes, I lost my style.
They're like, what the fuck is technology?
Right?
Yeah, that checks.
Special fuck. I gotta fucking. I have such a good intelligence.
I love how the man who didn't know what a theater was tried to see some technological jargon, whatever.
Who got?
I got 17.
You did.
Hey.
Marile, with the perception check. You're the only one that notices it. As the others all look around the room, as they're looking for what might be obstructing it, you hear this, looking for whatever might be causing the interference. You hear this electrical, almost like arcing, like bug zapper-esque sound, and you stop. And before regarding the others, you just hear kind of Arden and Fiona looking at it. You just hear like a, not to pout your character or anything, but a fair like, what does this mean? What do you mean local obstruction in room? What do you mean? And fucking Marile, as you hear that, you like look up towards the ceiling, and you see electricity arcing on a part in the darkness up above you. As it does, you see that in these brief flashes of light caused by the electricity, there's something massive clinging onto the ceiling. As you see it, you just hear this low as two eyes open up and see you. And I'd like everybody to roll initiative, because everybody's surprised except Marile.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna put y'all on a map. Kaboom!
Lose all my stuff. Hi.
We need to stop, guys. We need to fucking stop.
I'm gonna throw you guys onto the
Time
map.
to stop.
I'm gonna throw you guys onto the map.
I'm on top of a cannon. That's why. I wasn't looking. I was like, fuck yeah, cannon.
This is canon to the story.
Is that the one that I fixed? I just love the idea that like I walked up and fixed the cannon, and then Emmanuel just jumped on like, yeah.
Let's apparently the height indicators are going to be huge. So just as a general note, the middle section, we'll consider that 0 in height. The top section is 10 feet above it stairwise, and the bottom section is 10 feet below stairwise. As you guys see, Marile, as you see, doop-a-doo, let me grab the boy.
Doop-a-doo.
Doop-a-doo-boo-doo-boo. It lets go and comes crashing down between you and Nicolo. This massive blue creature with electricity wreathing its body, like shocking along it, causing its hair to stand on end. You see one of these boys. Crash down. It is a big creature when it comes down.
Right into battle.
Right into battle. Comes crashing down, looks towards you. You would, height-wise, be about, like, the length of one of its forearms. For scale.
No.
It's quite big.
Emmanuel, we're gonna need that thing.
Huh? Oh, fuck!
I mean, that's that thing of like, as she looks up, she just like sees the weird thingy that you described, and then its eyes open, and it's just like that gasp where she wants to scream, but it's like... So if anyone was close, that's all they would hear before it came down, and then and then the screen distorts, and then we're entering the battle phase like in an RPG.
Heckin' crashes down, looks to both of you, wings furl out, electricity dancing between the two of them, and just lets out a as it reels back and screeches like a bat at the area around it, and we're going straight into combat. Gino, you're first, except you're surprised.
Yeah!
Nicolo, you're after Gino, but you're surprised.
Yeah!
Marile.
Yeah!
Gonna go smooch.
Oh my god, I love you!
Oh my god. It's something not made of metal! Everyone doesn't know what the fuck this is. I have to go smooch it.
Smooch!
Marley is going.
She's trying to finish her smooch deck, you see.
Are you gonna try to use Devil's Kiss on it?
Yeah.
Smooch.
All right. It's a bite or a kiss, or in any particular manner. As it comes towards you, we'll say that for the sake of dramatics, it, like, hits the ground, looks towards you, swings at you. You kind of duck past it and move in towards it. And as you do, you give like a very gentle, like as it's passing you, like just kiss on the side of it, rather than you throwing yourself on it and be like, "Mwah!"
I'm gonna run up to it and bite him. No.
In that case, go ahead and roll an unarmed attack against it.
Looking like Ochako on the fucking fake nuke on this monster.
Okay, unarmed.
Let's see. I don't think I actually have that on your sheet. I'll put that.
No, I have contact pepper.
I'll throw an unarmed strike thing on your sheet real quick.
I was like, I have compact pepper. Here's a pepper.
Unarmed strike.
Put a little more pepper on that.
Gonna throw some chilies on him.
Okay, just reminding myself how this damage. Psychic equal to 1d6 plus your charisma. Boobadoo. So 1d6, kablamo, plus your charisma. Do. Devil Trigger's playing. This is the most intense heckin' prep coding I've ever done. Let's see. It works. Okay, and that would be... So your unarmed strike is only a +1, just so you know.
I want to use 3 style points.
Alright, so
I want to give...
it's coded onto you, so you can go ahead and use that if you want to.
Double click them all.
Just, like that?
Yep. Now just the same way you would with your revolver, just drag that onto him.
Drag the little +1 onto him.
Yes. That's a hit. So as he lunges towards you and attacks you, you duck, and because you use 3 style points, you grab onto it and kind of swing up and like sit on its leg, pass by it, kiss it gently on the side of its head as it attacks you. Its claw comes up. You just duck off of it as you do, and you get away from it. As you do find when you make contact with its skin, it does damage to you. You do take 4 lightning damage from being in contact with it. Let's see. Whenever you do it, go ahead and roll your damage against him.
This one, right?
Yes. You do 9 damage to it as you do. It's not charmed by you, so...
Damn it, that's what I wanted.
Well, this automatically hits if they're already charmed by you. It doesn't charm them. Yeah, it benefits from you. Yeah, it benefits from you charming them. If in fact if a creature's charmed by you and you use this attack on them, they don't recognize that it's hostile. They just disassociate you in the pain. So you could, in casual, like, you could vampire somebody. If you have them charmed, you could walk up to them and bite them and start draining them of life, and they would just sit there being like, "This is fine. It's whatever. It's fine."
I can just be a leech.
You can be a part of the masquerade.
But you do get shocked by it. You step aside as you do. You just like put one thumb up to your lips, feeling like a slight tingle on them from the electricity.
Oh, electrifying. Not the way I expected it, though.
That's your action. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I didn't think I'd get this far. Okay.
I didn't plan this far.
I didn't plan this far, clearly. And that's just considered a regular action, so we have bonus action, right?
Yes.
Alrighty.
You have any new stuff with your new level?
I do, but would I be able to use this spell?
If it's a bonus action.
Oh.
You could give somebody Bardic Inspiration. Let's see.
Everyone's shocked.
You could give somebody Bardic Inspiration, and then you could also use Inspired Movement if you do that. You could also use Healing Word on somebody, including yourself.
We can.
Inspired Movement let her leave without opportunity?
Yep, she can move up to Inspired Movement lets her do up to half her movement speed again, and it does not provoke opportunity attacks.
That's very
Run
good.
away!
Get the fuck away from this thing.
Let's see. I'm thinking of giving someone Bardic Inspiration, but everyone's surprised right now, so it's not like they can use it right away.
Well, they can use it during the next
Exactly. They can
next
use
turn.
it later.
Yeah,
Use it
last
later.
10 minutes.
Yeah. So I'm going to do Bardic Inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna check it, and then I'm gonna go drag it, and I want to give it to I can't get off the map. Okay, and the map is being funny.
Remember,
Okay.
if you make it your background, then everything will be on top of it.
Yeah, it is, but it's just the zooming is weird. So I'm actually going to give it to Emmanuel.
Oh shit.
All right, Emmanuel.
Oh shit.
Not a bad idea. He's on the cannon.
Oh shit! And now you can move 15 feet without a provoking.
Emmanuel,
opportunity attacks.
I'm gonna throw a thing at you real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and just share this immediately.
Oh, it's one of these!
Ooh.
I'm gonna just
Guys, it's a boss fight!
share that and have this up there. And Emmanuel, I'm gonna go ahead and give you this immediately. Actually, no. You know what? I'm not gonna. There's some canon-related stuff on there. It's the only hint I'm gonna give
Yeah,
you.
you see him slowly falling off the side of the cannon.
We're gonna move closer to the child.
Okay. And that was 15 feet. Yep. As you do this, you stop and you, like, do a very brief, perhaps slightly, inappropriately, sensual dance in Emmanuel's general direction, which causes him to start sliding off the cannon. As you do, as part of it, the creature strikes down into where you were, and as the claw comes down, as part of the dance, you slide away from it and duck and get over towards Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That's
I
you?
think that's me. Yes, that's me.
Alright, Arden, your surprised ass is on deck, but this boy's gonna get to go first.
Oh, that's illegal!
This boy's going to look to everybody who is around currently.
You're gonna go to jail.
Also, just for the sake of what we're doing, I'm gonna go ahead and make these visible.
Ooh. Oh, I thought they were extra enemies. No!
All right. Let's see. Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
I hope there aren't spawning hands.
Never again.
Yeah, that would sure be terrible. I'm just cleaning. Give me 1 second. I'm just cleaning up my screen a little bit. So it's going to turn, and it is going to rush towards towards Arden and Fionnuala, who are.
No, I want my reaction.
In the process of turning. Have you taken a turn yet, Nicolo? You have.
Yeah.
So you could attack it if you want to.
Get him!
Get him! Do I want to hit it when I know it's gonna hit me back? Yeah, I'll do it.
Alrighty.
Ta-da. Motherfucker. Hiya?
No, leave me alone.
That's a hit.
No.
Hey!
Hiya.
Good to know.
It takes 10 damage as you swing towards it with your machete, which we've changed to do slashing damage. You
slashing damage!
Cut towards it, you hit it. I will note that when you hit it, it was within 5 feet of you.
No, it wasn't.
So, you take 1 lightning damage. As you hit it and electricity courses along it, as you say, as it just courses into you. It within 30 feet. It's gonna get to here. Actually, it gets partially up the stairs. Then you see the electricity running along it, beginning to charge up, and it is going to target the 3 of you, Nicolo, Fionnuala, and Arden.
Watch it, because I hit you. I'm sorry.
This feels like an overreaction.
It reels back, and like a Toby Kadachi releases electricity at the 3 of you.
Ah! I saw that you've been playing a bunch of.
I have.
Monster Hunter. Yeah.
I have.
We need to play some.
Yeah, man, we do.
Same. I fucking love it.
So Arden and Nicolo, you both succeed, and Fionnuala, you fail that save. And you all take 7, 3, and 3 damage. It did.
Why can't this be fire damage?
It rolled because it's electricity. As it blasts the 3 of you.
I agree. Why can't it be fire
Arden and
damage?
Nicolo, you both take 3 damage. Fionnuala, you take 7. The electric coating on it no longer seems to be present.
Oh.
Okay.
It is like a Toby Kadachi.
With that, it's going to do.
Logan, did you just make a Toby Kadachi?
No.
With wings.
Hides papers.
Burns papers.
Puts blanket up over 7 Toby Kadachi models. That game. Yes.
I just realized something.
What's that?
We never picked me a 3rd spell.
Oh, whoops.
Well, you got a full round basically till your turn gets there, so why don't you go ahead and pick one?
Bane of Toby Kadachi.
I'm confident there is no anti-Ophanex spell available. So.
Well, let's see if we can find it.
Arden, it's your turn. You're surprised.
Yep.
So, Fionnuala, it is your turn, however, and you may have a thing to do here, but it is going to take a legendary action.
No!
Well, I do have a thing to do here. Listen!
But it is going to get to do its thing first. Let's see. Where are you? So you are within 10 feet of it. So Fionnuala, you're the only one who's actually going to get hit by this. It's going to use both of its legendary actions to bring its wings in. You see energy gather, like a little bit of electricity charges up on it, and it releases a shockwave that only hits you.
Bully, Fionnuala.
You succeed! You do not get knocked prone.
Hooray!
Alright, now you can take your turn.
I'm being bullied. So I'm gonna do that thing that I do and spend 2 focus points and no longer be surprised.
That's true. You use the jutsu. Fionnuala is about to get surprised and hit by this. You see their weapon go to their sword, and it is drawn quicker than you could imagine them reacting, and they are immediately ready to fight.
Hell yeah.
Well, it's like you expected it or something.
I'm just that
Way of Yamato, y'all.
I'm so excited.
By the way, as you're doing this, Bury the Light started playing in my playlist, so you're welcome.
Dude, Logan, are we just on the same wavelength? Because Bury the Light.
I think we just got the same playlist.
No, I have my other bullshit playlist.
No, I know. I'm just saying I think that we just somehow created the same playlist because we've been syncing up.
So. Yeah.
All right, what are you doing with your
We're
turn?
just not good friends. Anyways, I'm going to, because it's far away from me and I've seen that it's, I don't want to stab super close to it.
It is not coated with electricity right now.
Oh, it's not? Never
Yeah,
mind.
you did.
I'm not going to wind chain. I'm just going to get all up in his business.
Hell yeah. Spend those points wisely.
It rushes forward, it blasts the area with electricity, a wave of force goes to you, and when it hits, Arden, you reach out to the side to try to reach for Fionnuala as a blast hits between the two of you, and Fionnuala is away from it, under it, and already rushing towards the creature.
Be careful.
I've got this, and I'm going to.
I was going to say, oh, put a stop point. No, I lost all those because I'm dumb. So
I'm going to.
Me
beep.
too.
Beep, beep.
That's a hit.
Woo! Beep.
You deal 8 damage as you rush towards it and strike it with your blade.
Building is so
That's
good.
it.
Alrighty. Emmanuel, you are surprised.
Good calling.
And... Cannon. Game.
The
Gino!
cannons get a turn. Let them shoot the thing.
Okay, so moving up these stairs, that'd be the token's online.
I will heckin'... We'll say, because it is just straight stairway, though they will calculate in for height differences, moving on the stairs is just movement.
Okay, cool.
Good to know. Stairs are great, man.
20.
So
God,
many
Bury
good
the Light's
stairs in
good.
world.
Oh. So many what? What were you saying? So many what?
Oh, there's so many good stairs in the world.
I am, for this turn at least, I'm just gonna whip out my gun and shoot it.
Alrighty.
I'll whip out my gun.
As you do, Gino, as you rush towards it and you take your gun out and aim at it, you have this brief sensation in the back of your head of something making a connection with you, and ambiently combat data is being uploaded to you, teaching you basically what you already know it does, but you find that just effectively demonic programming is working its way into you and restoring some abilities you didn't know that you had previously.
Right, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna heckin' use my bonus action to summon my Echo.
Echo time.
Oh, right! Oh, this is the fucking subclass you picked, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I want
Where
to
would
see
you
this thing in action.
Where would you like it to show up?
I'll have it show up like right there. I'm gonna use Gino's little movie thing to show.
Alrighty. As you rush up towards it, you take out your gun. As you do, this apparition of you pulls away from you and keeps moving to the side as you all see a second Gino with just like a slight discoloration with a slightly wispier form peels off of him and ducks out to the side.
Evil Gino!
And heckin', I guess he could just use. Does he use whatever weapon I'm using?
What are the rules for him? Let's review what he can do. Echo traits. He has as AC. Attack. When you take the attack action, you can any attack you make with that action can originate from your space or the Echo's. So yes, any weapon you want. It includes ranged weapons. You can have it originate from where he is if you want.
Okay.
Basically, you can just treat him as the origin of whatever action you take.
Okay, so I actually will not have him be there. I will have him be right next to this boy.
Hell yeah.
And he will just use his greatsword to attack.
Alright, Gino rushes up. As he does, he stops briefly, ducks to the side as the manifestation still appears, but rushes up and leaps up over it, bringing its greatsword down on him. Go ahead and make your attack.
Heckin' style point.
Look at this heckin' stuff.
Cool.
Look at this stuff
So
you're doing.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
3rd level, man. Everything gets real cool at 3rd level.
Yeah, man.
That hits.
Heckin' hiya!
Make sure to target him though.
Oh, right. I thought I was.
That's okay though. I'll just drag that onto him. As the Ophanex's eyes seem to follow you as it rushes at it, the apparition you summon leaps up into the air, glides towards it, and slashes it while it's unguarded.
And I'm gonna use Unleash Incarnation, I think it was, to attack again.
Alrighty, make sure to tick off your use of that.
I don't know.
Does
if
your
it's on
Echo
my
have
sheet.
like HP?
It does have HP, yes.
Okay, you're gonna have to keep that in mind for like the return
It-
damage thing.
Why does your Unleash Incarnation have like a million uses right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking at that.
You should have a number equal to your con mod, so yeah, kaboom. There.
Heck yeah. So
Early extra attack, let's do this.
yeah, man.
Oh,
Heckin'. All right. Hiya!
Rushing up towards it, that hits as well. As it goes for the first attack, it brings the greatsword down, and then in this like sudden motion, without actually moving itself to get it to attack again, its body just sort of shifts and resets into like a different slashing position, and immediately cuts across it again.
Hiya!
Very much with the same visuals as somebody who's heckin' action canceling on a controller.
And hey, guess what?
What's up?
Action surge.
Alright, go for it.
He's going for another one. Style point. Hiya!
That hits.
yay!
He takes 11 more damage.
I get a style point from that too.
Yep.
God damn.
Which I'm gonna use to do another Unleash Incarnation.
Hold on. Yeah, it's whenever you take the attack action. Go ahead.
Yep.
Wow.
Him!
That's so good.
I know, right? Oh, shit!
Oh, Nat 20! Good turn for Gino. You gain 2 more from critting, and you gain 1 more. You have maximum style points again.
Yay! Oh, I love Echo Knight already.
Gino's a fucking like style point machine.
Right? I mean, it's a fighter. That's like a big part of it.
He also has 2 damage die.
That's true. That's his great sword and fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is my turn.
I'd say that's a pretty cinematic, hey, I just learned a new technique moment.
Yeah,
To
man.
be fair, everyone's been doing that. Heckin' Marile used hers on her turn, you used yours. Fucking
Yep.
Fiona used good job! Good level 3 showcase, guys. Following the script.
Yeah.
Following the script,
I'm sure
way to
we'll all
go.
have that, I'm sure we'll all have really good showings of our level 3 class abilities.
Look, they're all using this in orange, like, and I'm immune to fire!
Cool. It's just like
Nicolo.
I think
what'd you
I was between 2. I was between Searing Strike and Zephyr Strike, and I think I'm gonna take Zephyr Strike from Xanathar's.
Alrighty. That's a good spell. I like that
pretty
one.
good.
Let's get that on your sheet.
There's also another one I didn't know if you'd let me do, because it was like a weird one I just found in all your modules. It's called Bee Sting. I
Bee
have no idea
Sting?
what that one's all about.
Hold on. What is it called again?
It's called Bee Sting.
Like a bumblebee?
Yeah, I think it's in the thing called a Book of Lost Spells you have.
Don't worry about that. That shouldn't even be open.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Zephyr Strike.
Okay, Zephyr Strike, when like opportunity attacks. Concentration 1 minute, bonus action, just coding it onto you real quick. So yeah, you can do the 1d8 force damage once before it ends. So I'm gonna make those into slightly different effects real quick. Strike. And up. And then kaboom, kaboom, kaboom.
Hollow Man.
Hollow Man. 2006 or whatever. Yep. Bam.
there were many Hollow Mans. It's okay.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Oh man, the hidden smash.
Cool. Now that I have that, I'm not going to use it.
Okay.
He's going to look forward. He's gonna hold his sword out, ready to go, and then he's like, "Wait." Then he looks over here. He is gonna try to run up to that, and he's gonna try to try to move it toward the creature.
Alrighty. You rush up to it. So the operation of this functions basically like the operation of a cannon. It is already loaded, but it takes... It takes 1 action to load it if it is unloaded. It takes 1 action to aim it, and it takes 1 action to fire it.
I'm going to use my turn this turn to get kind of behind it over here. But I'm going to move it and aim it toward this creature.
As you start doing this, I'm going to go ahead and reveal one of the style actions for this thing. Do. Kaboom. Reload, aim, fire! Creature attempting to operate one of the cannons may spend 2 style points to skip one of the steps in operating it, or 3 points to skip 2 of them.
Oh, good. I don't have any style points.
Alright. I was just waiting until one of you tried to use it, then I was gonna let you know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna aim.
Alrighty. You aim it, you push it over towards it, and turn it. It turns with relative ease, you find. Almost as if it, like, the base of it glides, as if it's hovering in place whenever you move it. Is that you, though?
For bonus action stuff, I don't... If I fire it, am I attacking it, or is the thing attacking it?
It would count as it attacking it.
Okay, so my Hunter's Mark wouldn't do anything.
Correct.
Gotcha. Alright, then
because I count siege weapons to effectively be their own creatures.
That is perfectly fine.
All intents and purposes. Alright.
Makes sense.
Alright, that's you. Heckin' Gino's Echo, which after this turn is going to adjust to be on Gino's turn. Marile, we're back to you. I'm going to start telling you guys who's on deck again real quick. After you, it is the Ophanex, and then it is Arden.
Okay. So okay, this is where we're at. Okay. My brain. My brain is not working.
Brain go burr.
My brain, it don't even go burr. It don't go nowhere. So it ain't going anything. That's over there.
There's much things that change when Squeaky become a VTuber. Some things stay the same.
Some things don't.
The more things seem to change, the more they stay the same. I think from where I am, I'm gonna give the good fight and give it a good pew pew.
With that gun, go ahead.
With that pew pew. Alrighty, I'm gonna see if I can remember how to do this. You do that.
And you hit.
And that's a good pew pew. And then
bang bang.
There we go. Bang bang.
You fire at it, takes 8 damage. You fire it, recoils back as you strike it with your gun.
It goes pew pew. And then Earth Terminal.
Cannon gets knocked prone.
Cannon gets knocked prone. I'm just thinking, like, what is good? What would you do? Child is fine. Child is safe.
For now.
For now. The moment I leave this child, though, the next time this child gets out of my sight, it's gonna die, like it did last time.
You have range spells?
Actually, if I'm remembering correctly, wait, Shatter's a ranged spell, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Fills a 10-foot radius centered on the point you choose. Since this creature is as big as it is, a 10-foot radius, 10-foot radius would look like that. So you could, for example, put it like there, and you'd only hit that boy.
And I can do that from where I'm standing?
Yes.
Okay, let's give it a shot then. Let's give it
Shadow's good.
You do a quick spin, you turn over towards it,
pelvis.
you snap your fingers towards it, and as you do, a greater sound, a earth-shattering crack, matching the snapping of your fingers, erupts from beside it. Go ahead and make it roll the save against that spell.
Alrighty, I'm gonna try to remember how you do this. Okay.
It succeeded, but it's still gonna take half.
Okay. So the 3d8 thunder?
Yes.
Ooh, oh, there's 3.
It takes 8 damage. It would have taken 17, but that would have been great damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes 8 damage as that hits. The cannon that Nicolo is holding shakes and shudders slightly whenever the wave of force erupts in front of it. The Ophanex retches to the side, but keeps its balance.
Yeah.
Make sure to take off your spell slot. That's one of your second level ones.
Yeah.
Is that you?
That is me.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
The Elfinex is going to go. It is going to... Let's see. It is going to move away from you guys. It is going to fly... No! It's going to fly straight up.
Oh.
It spreads its wings and darts up. You guys, it goes 50 feet up and latches onto the ceiling. Fionnuala, you can attack it if you want to.
I would like to.
Can I attack him?
I think my
He
thing.
is... Yep, he's leaving attack range.
Woo.
I will
Yeah.
attack. Hey.
Alright, you both hit.
Hup.
Can your...
I'm pretty sure he can. Let me double check because
when you make an attack, it can originate from him, but I'm not sure he counts as your range.
it might be an ability that lets me do that later on, but I'm checking.
When a creature that you can see within 5 feet of your echo moves at least 5 feet away from it, you can use your reaction to make an opportunity attack. Yeah, you can.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Cool. Then those of you that hit, which is all of you, go ahead and roll damage. You two already did.
Matching damage.
Oh, you guys are
damage buddies.
you guys are cutting into it. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
It goes up
Lucky you're
to
not made of metal.
it flies up to the ceiling, and it bites into some of the machinery that's on it. You see it getting charged with electricity, and it is going to regain.
No. No. Stop giving your monsters regeneration.
There's 6 of you in one of it. I don't feel bad at all.
Fuck you.
It charges, it then drops back down from the ceiling and lands back down on the ground. You see electricity once again coating its body.
That was the moment where Toby Kadachi jumps onto a tree and goes into his rage mode.
Yep. This is just Toby Kadachi. It is going to come down. It hits the ground, roars again.
Can it?
Yeah. I'm gonna make armor out of this thing.
So,
Make some electric shoes.
so the first thing it's going to do is it's going to turn. It's going to do a bap on Fionnuala. It's going for a bite on you.
No.
That's a hit. Turns as it comes down, hits you, deals not much. It only deals 6 damage to you as it bites into you. And it's not... Let's see.
What kind of damage was that?
That was piercing.
Okay.
It's then going to... It's probably going to go for a second attack on you.
That's fair.
Brings up its claw. You see electricity arc along it as it strikes you. That
Attack the echo.
hits. You take 14 from that. Yep. Heckin' 9 of that being slashing and 5 of it being lightning damage.
Awesome.
Awesome possum.
Awesome.
After it does that, it still has 10 feet of movement.
I love it.
It still has 10 feet of movement. It turns down toward the Emmanuel and Marile, and it is going to take its 10 feet of movement to move down to there. It begins clambering and rushing down the stairs, heading towards the two of you. And that is its turn. Arden.
Is it still slightly in the aim?
Yes. We'll say that when you aim it, you can follow it.
Yay!
All right. I'm going to...
And Fionnuala, you're on deck.
Move a little bit closer within 10 feet of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna heckin' use my bonus action to stab myself and then set my glaive on fire.
Gotcha.
Where's that ability? Aha. I found the hurt myself ability. Ah!
You take 4 damage.
Oh.
Don't worry, I've got this! Knife fully into arm out the other side.
Oh, shit!
I was overzealous!
One of the reasons I ended up going for Zephyr Strike instead of Searing Smite is like, I want him to be the fire guy.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Him have it.
Oh. Hiya!
Oh no!
Unfortunate.
That was a bad turn.
You've been so
I'm gonna back away from him.
You've been so unlucky lately.
I know.
As
I
you
used all my luck in the fucking dragon fight.
I know.
As you back away from it, its reach is 10 feet.
Damn it!
It's one of its claws swings around and
Turn keeps getting
hits.
worse.
Strikes you, dealing 11 damage.
Ah, fuck!
Is that the most damage it's done to anyone too?
Yeah, kind of.
Man. It's like, you chose your subclass.
Poor potato daddy.
Poor potato daddy.
Fiona, it's your turn, but it is going to use a legendary action to make a bite attack against actual Gino.
No! No, attack the echo.
Attacks you. It hits. It gets a 26.
I have done nothing to you.
It's that guy. He did it. He points to echo.
You take minimum damage. You take 5. This thing is being very nice to everyone but Arden.
Barely.
All right. And then that is it. Fiona, it's your turn.
Okay, bitch. I'm going to use one of my vital stars. Does that count as bonus action, the same way we do with potions?
Yes, if it's on yourself.
Okay. Cool.
Remember to use the healing thing at the top of your page.
That's what I was going
Makes
to
it nice and easy.
I just double click, yeah?
Yeah.
Boop.
See how easy that is?
Yeah, no, I love that. Thank you.
Whenever you use it on other people, do you just drag it over?
That's why I left the effects on your sheet. You'll still have to use the
okay.
effect thing if you want to use it on somebody else.
Does that heal me?
Should have.
Did it? What was I just at? Jesus Christ. Ugh, Ringo Burr. I'm just gonna.
One sec. You were just at. You should have just been at 11 before you used it, and now you're
Yeah,
at...
I'm still at 11, it says.
Oh, one sec. Hold on. Click.
Beep, beep.
Oh, yeah, it's not... Heckin' it's not actually going on to you. In that case, whenever you use it, just make sure to heckin' droop. You need to drag it onto yourself in the combat tracker.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, maybe that's what... Scryde told me a thing that was going on with it. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Cool.
Just drag it to myself on the combat tracker.
Yeah, I already did it.
Okay.
But just when you do it, you'll have to do that. Heckin', I think Scryde already dealt with that, but he told me in about 40 minutes before the stream, and I was like, I'll just roll with this version. For game, so I think that he fixed that. Hopefully for next time that should be just automatic.
That is totes fine.
Actually, maybe we should keep it this way, because if you do it that way, you can roll it and then just drag it onto the person you're healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Yeah, you could just do it that way. That's
Cool.
fine by me.
Cool. Alright. So, is he covered in lightning yet? Or
Yes,
is
he currently is.
Okay. I was just double checking. I thought he had done that. So, I'm going to spend a focus point and wind chain him.
Yeah, beat him up with your wind.
Yeah, reach! And higher.
That's a hit.
Yes!
Hey.
Just fucking feral.
Luckily, Toby Kadachi is not that hard to hit.
Is that so
You deal
hard?
12 damage.
Shut up.
Do I want to?
In a very Virgil-like manner, you like sheath your sword, get into a swinging position, and you guys barely even see a twitch as it looks like she unsheaths it and then sheaths it back again quickly, and an arc of wind crests across the creature and damages it.
I like this. Very much reminds me of the ability in BFC 5 he has, where he just unsheathes it, like multiple sword slashes happen at once across the field, and then sheaths.
Yeah. And I don't want to burn all of my focus points right now, so that's me.
Alrighty. Heckin'. Emmanuel, but first, another legendary action. It's gonna make another. It's gonna make another bite
On the echo.
on Gino.
Now, why isn't it attacking the echo?
Reasons.
Why isn't attacking the pale, translucent?
This thing is being very meta.
It's not being very meta. It has reasons. You take 9 damage.
Cool.
Has static sense.
Love that for me.
Love it.
Alrighty. Emmanuel, what would you like to do? Alright.
That's the sound of the cannon.
Slowly roll. No, I'm not gonna move the cannon. Is it still in the air or has it landed?
It is landed.
It has landed. Then we're gonna try it. Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Nice. Once again, using the new stuff. Let's do this. It is charging towards you guys contextually. It is bounding towards the two of you. So, as it is, a hand of... Is it made of earth, right?
Yeah.
Just a hand made of material that resembles earth mixed with the kind of plated material this tower is built out of. Just appears in the air and grabs it by the torso, attempting to push it back. Go ahead and make it roll against it.
Alrighty. And we go... Yeah.
It succeeds.
Dang it. Alright, there's a hand beside it.
Does it have any other effects, that one?
If it's already grasped by the hand, then I can make it reroll that save, and if it succeeds, it takes half damage.
Okay, I just saw the thing, the yellow thing means that half damage would have happened, but that's just reacting to the half thing. Got it. Try to push it back. It does slow it down somewhat, but it doesn't manage to stop it.
Open from my hand.
Is that you?
That's all I'm gonna do.
As you try to Nero this thing effectively. Alrighty. Top of the turn. Demon Chain, doo-doo. Gino!
Okie dokie, that fucking hurt.
I am going to back up, and my echo is going to do the same, because I can just make it do that.
Hell yeah.
And we're gonna whip out our halberds, and we're gonna start going.
I'll whip out my halberd!
Congrats. You outsmarted it.
For Gino, that's an amazing accomplishment.
It was definitely waiting to zap your echo.
Heckin'. Yeah.
That's a hit.
Hi-yaw!
You strike it, it takes 12 damage.
Alright. And Unleash Incarnation.
Whoop.
And another style point. And hi-yaw!
That misses.
That, yeah. Well, that's my turn.
All right, Nicolo, and then Mari.
Actually,
Yes, what's happening?
I'm gonna bonus action second win.
Okay.
Take
Pretty
that,
good.
Gino.
All right, Nicolo, Marile, you're on deck.
Alright, now that I've loaded it, aimed it, I'm gonna leave it and start attacking with my swords. I would like to fire the dragon chain cannon at it.
Okay, that's one that you're at. In that case, boop. You can use that sheet there that I just put in chat.
Oh.
Fire, drag the piercing chain ranged weapon attack onto it.
Alrighty.
And that.
Why do you have just... It's a long range. Well, heck.
Its range should have been... Well, its range should have been up to 600 feet. Let's see. Drop the first 18. You would have hit.
Yay!
It's not even range. It thinks that it's
And
in
this...
melee range. It's because it thinks it's in melee range with one of you. I think it thinks Nicolo is an
Oh!
enemy to hit.
Here, I'm just gonna...
I see.
Why don't I just go ahead?
Yay! They're our friends!
Meanwhile, my echo's still iffy on us.
Then I drag the 8d10 damage onto him.
Yes.
Hiya!
You fire it, it hits it, it gets struck by it, it is pierced. As you fire it, there's a resounding, thunderous crash as it soars towards it. It pierces through it, and the grappling hook is now stuck in it. It is going to be restrained by it, so kaboom. It is restrained and held in place as it's locked in place as it's trying to push forward towards the others. The chain goes taut and starts pulling it back, attempting to retract it back to where it is, where that cannon is.
Them!
Just grasping forward, seemingly trying to get away from you at them at the same time. It's just clawing along the ground with just a feverish as it's trying to reach specifically for Marile.
And I can't do anything else on a bonus action or anything. I don't have any style points to fucking use to skip any steps. So here we go. That's me.
That's you?
I don't know how to get. Ah, dang it. It's gonna be great. I'm good.
Marile.
Oh, whoa.
Someone figure out how to get style points in this thing.
Style points?
Well, if I didn't keep rolling ones, I'd love to.
It's still, there's still. I'll block it out. Find out how to get style points, guys. It's fine.
All I know is something had come up, and then I looked, and then you rolled like 50 red dice, and I don't understand.
He fired the cannon at it.
Oh, God,
if you can use your turn to aim the cannon at it, and you can use your next turn to fire it, and you do a big damage.
Ah. What if I aim it and then Emmanuel fires it?
Yep, you can do that.
Probably could.
I could do that. Let's do that.
And the first cannon's grappling hook is pierced into it and restraining it currently. It can only move toward the grappler, towards the other cannon currently.
Help!
Let's do it.
Alright, so you're gonna use your... Also, I should reference the style point thing. If you want to use style points, you can use 2 to skip 1 step, so... That
I don't have it.
Yeah. Just you go to it.
We wasted all of our style points before this, you said.
Emmanuel, I know. Emmanuel stance. You guys started the game with maximum, and then by the time you got to the first fight, you were all out, and I was like, alright.
The first fight.
That's the correct way to use style points, so I'm not gonna object. You go to it, you turn the cannon, aim it towards it as Emmanuel, I imagine Marile, motions to you to operate it. Is that your turn, Marile? It would be your action to do that. You still have your bonus action if you want it.
I will give Emmanuel another bardic inspiration.
I still have the first one.
Fuck! I will give this one to Nicolo.
Yay! I'm not sure I can use that.
I'll say for those, though the attack's originating from it, I'll say because you're aiming, you can use Bardic Inspiration on the attack.
Yay!
But what I will do is instead make Nicolo totally not jelly by cuddling up to Emmanuel and then winking in Nicolo's general direction.
Now it's not the time and he has a child!
It's always...
Alrighty.
You just see him straining against
And
like
he's always a child.
A child, you pizza man.
Alright.
Pizza man.
So, it is going to be its turn. Arden, you're on deck. Yeah, it is going to turn back towards Nicolo and that cannon. And it is going to go up, taking it out of the range of Gino if you want to attack it.
Can he go up?
He's going up and towards you, so yes, he'll be able to.
Damn.
He's using a great sword, right?
Yes. The last weapon you had out was your halberd, wasn't it? Because you were trying to poke it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yourself.
So I'll do it with that. Hi-ya!
That is a hit!
Hi-ya!
That is minimum damage! Oh, that's maximum damage!
Oh, hell yeah!
Great weapon fighting!
Yeah, bitch!
You deal... Yeah, go ahead and... you probably have maximum, but have a style point. As it leaps up, you strike it. As it leaps up and, like, descends down on you. You hear the cannon retracting the chain as it comes towards you, pulling it faster towards you. It is going to land partially on top of the cannon.
Why didn't he enter my range?
Because he went up. He went up and over. He gets to there. He lands partially on the cannon, leaning over towards you, the chain still piercing into his body, and he's going to reach up his big old bitey heckin' face. And he is...
Stupid bitey face.
Stupid bitey face. And he is going to go for a bite on the cannon.
Oh, yay.
Which hits. Bites into it, deals 10 damage to it as he starts ripping parts of it apart. Then he is going to go for a claw attack on you.
Well, the cannon's still there.
It's true. Which hits.
No!
He reaches forward, strikes. You take 13 damage as it reaches across the cannon to hit you.
There we go. See, Arden, he did more damage to me.
Oh, that's good. That's neat.
All right. Arden?
All right. I'm gonna mosey on over here. Oh, wait.
He's gonna have to get off the cannon to end his turn, so he's there now.
Okay. I'll be in this space right there. And then I'm gonna use my fucking blood curse of marked on him.
Do we need the shatter circle still?
Oh my god.
And then
No.
I would like to I'd like to amplify it as well.
Here.
So I'm gonna hurt myself some more.
Thank you.
Herc! Oh my god!
Oh, fuck!
Second dagger in the arm, threw it in place of the other one. Ah!
Ah, fuck! It's fine.
This makes me more powerful. Watch me go.
Watch me roll 2 1s.
You hit.
Hey!
Die!
Hit him! That's good damage!
That's good damage. We're gonna have a
real
talk
good.
about this, Sergeant Doyle.
It's fine.
It doesn't look well. It looks like it's struggling to stay up at this point.
I want action surge. But I can't.
Is that you?
That's Jino's move!
Yeah, that's me.
Alrighty. So, legendary actions between your 2 turns. Emmanuel, you're on deck. Fiona, you're up. But first, it's going to expend the electrical charge on its body to blast the cannon. You see the electricity channel along it into the chain and pumps into the cannon as it's using it to conduct it along it. So it's immediately going to do lightning damage to the cannon.
I already had advantage on it, didn't I?
Yes.
Fuck. Forgot he was restrained.
And the cannon takes 5d12 lightning damage immediately.
No, it's fine. He's still good. Ah, he is! Yay!
Yeah, they're tough. Actually, wait, they should have had average hit points, not maximum, so let me check real quick.
No, wait a minute.
Yes, that one explodes.
No!
Oh, no.
My friend!
It blasts it, that one is gone. I'm gonna adjust the other one to have proper hit points. One
He's
sec.
my best friend!
It blasts away. Also, everybody within 10 feet of it, you, needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
And him!
He's not gonna. It's lightning. You succeed!
Yay!
Yay!
So you manage to duck away as the cannon blows up, you throw yourself against the wall. He is no longer restrained.
Well, he's a bitch.
Alright, and
Has he
Fiona.
considered that?
He hasn't
Alright.
considered that. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay,
His electrical charge is gone, by the way.
Good.
that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna get that away. Actually,
I can go bat them from diagonal. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, cool. I was like, cool. So I'm gonna get all up in his business. And he's having my Hannah puppy.
That's a hit!
Alright.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Puppy.
Puppy.
Ooh. Oh,
That's a
You
good
know,
beat.
he's so
Fuck
close.
it. We're here to play DMC today, so I'm gonna burn my last two votes.
Alrighty.
For the Dragon Surge.
Hell yeah, get him!
I'm gonna get him. I want to get him.
Bloodthirsty Theo.
That's a hit!
I'm gonna give him the beep.
Now you're
I'm
getting
gonna give
into
him
it.
the beep.
Oh! You cut
Do it,
into
give him the
him.
beep.
You slice along one of his wings, gets peeled off. He like tries to take off up into the air to go back to the ceiling to get back some of his health by absorbing more electricity, but as he goes up, you bring one blade up and his wing comes off, and he collapses down to the ground.
Alright, somebody finish him off! That's all I got! And that's me.
Alrighty. Legendary action.
Ow!
He has one.
Here we go.
Is one that he's gonna use to make a bite attack on the Echo.
Oh, now he goes for it.
Well, you outsmarted his previous plan, which is that it looked real frail, so he was gonna let it bap him and then shock it to death, and then you were like, Halberd! And it's like, nah!
Damn it!
It attacks, it hits, it reaches up, it bites into the manifestation, destroying it, because it has 1 hit point.
Yeah. If it hits, then it kills it.
Yep. Which makes it Emmanuel's turn. Emmanuel, here, have a cannon sheet.
Fireball.
Where for cannon sheet?
It is in the chat.
Oh, there it is.
Can you drag the little shield icon just onto our portraits?
Probably.
To share them? Yep.
Why does it
have...
Is it considering him...
Long range at this point? No, it doesn't have the hostile knife as friendly case.
To be fair, you dropped your second 13.
Yeah, you dropped the second. It would have been the nat 1.
Ah, heck.
Yeah. You
My no style point.
you aim it, you fire at it, as it hears the noise, it ducks down, and the chain fires over its head. It hits into the wall just beside Nicolo. It breaks through the shutters behind him. A large amount of light from the Lazarus field pours out, like lighting up the top area of the room as the chain just soars out into the distance. Yo, roll me.
Looks at it.
Emmanuel,
like,
roll me 1d100.
Let's hope Ice Satan doesn't see that.
This is into the Lazarus field. These windows don't lead to the city. 14,
14.
Okay. As it fires, you just have a moment, you're like, oh, oops, and the chain just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. And then the end of the chain leaves the mouth of the cannon and just flies out unceremoniously.
Oh no!
So it's not gonna matter. But
No.
these were the other things.
Well, I tried to retract it, it wouldn't let me.
He slowly just kind of turns to Marla and he's like, he shrugs, and then he holds out a hand, and I'm gonna use Quicken Spell to cast Inflict Wounds.
You can use an act.
You're gonna
You can
cast
use one
Inflict
of your
Wounds.
ranged attack to aim it.
The ammo's gone now. Oh yes, but you could have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you load it with a... if you shoot it with a bullet?
Suppose you could, in theory, like, fire a bullet at, like, the loading mechanism on it, hit a switch on it with a bullet, make it load into it.
Okay.
Thinking DMC terms.
I have never played it.
Doesn't need to make sense, is the thing.
Ricochet a bullet off the wall, hit a part of it to cause it to, like, reel back. Ammo clicks back into it. That's a hit. Roll your damage.
God, I get a stab, please.
You also kill it. How do you want to do this?
Yay!
He just kind of shoots the chain, and as it goes for an uncomfortably long period of time before the chain
There is a long moment of everyone, the Ophanex included, just listening to the as the chain continues to come out of the cannon, and then as the end of the chain whips by it, everybody's head, including the Ophanex, just watches it go by and out into the Lazarus field.
Well, that didn't work.
This is where the camera would, like, pan back to its perspective, and you just see this hat from behind the cannon, and then it would turn to Marley, and then you see, ha-ha! As he jumps over, it's like, bah! And this ray of purplish necrotic energy flies into
Like, you leave the hat on the cannon to fool it, and then it just looks down and you're just leaping at it. Like a little predator.
We'll make a demon hunter out of you yet.
Get it? You come up, you grab it in this cinematic non-ranged, ranged inflict wounds. As you grab it, fill it full of negative energy, it hits the ground, electricity courses around it, and this small storm begins to build up in place. As it's pushed to the ground, you see its body beginning to break away, lightning bolts streaking across, hitting the ceiling as it seems to dissolve into the element that created it. For a second, you feel like you might get damaged by it, but then its body dissolves down, and what's left on the ground in its place, you see the energy recoalesces into the shape of a shield.
Ooh.
Heckin' one mamo. Por favor.
We killed Nidolos.
Get your shield back, man.
What a weird roundabout reference. Alright, where are you? Heckin'... Parcel. Boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo. As you see... a shield. A blue shield with a face on it that resembles it.
Oh, that's cool.
It's an Handolic armament.
It's what...
Wow.
Such a weird reverse reference, because when they started popping up in the other game, we started being like, it's like a devil arm! Fucking... It all comes full circle. Everything's a reference, even if it's a reference to itself. As it appears, there's a second Emmanuel where it just remains static and like, no pun intended, and it does nothing, and then very suddenly the parts of the shield shift out, as if the mouth was opening, very suddenly, and just spooks you back for a second. You move back from it, but it seems like it was doing it just reflexively. It then slowly slides back into place.
Anyone use a shield?
And
Like,
I'll take this one too. Joke, it's a joke.
None of my weapons work with this.
It's a joke, she says it now on her arm. It's just a joke, I'm just joking.
You might be the only one who can.
You might be the only one who can use it.
Hold on, because you may change your mind when you see... Where are you? Tell them. This is another reason I did this, is it's the easiest way to deliver information. Kablam!
Oh. Right, this is
Oh!
one threshold.
Oh, it does not need to be directly wielded.
Oh.
Huh.
And with that happening, we're going to take a short break there for everybody to read that and decide what you're going to do with it. They're Alrighty. Heck into the thumbnail scene, because we're 2 hours in.
Are we really?
Yep.
Is it above CR1?
You would gain a style point from that, yes, absolutely.
Hooray! I'm at max style point! The same turn I lost all my none. I got all 3.
Must be nice! Oh yeah, I gained a style point from using my my blood malady feature. Yeah.
Do I have to start lecturing in all Nat19 games? But you fucking suicidal idiots!
I don't know what you're talking
His class is literally built around this mechanic.
No,
it's like, how dare you? No, I know you know. I was just like,
max. I fear the day where my fucking die goes up.
where you pull a fucking Molly.
Yeah.
Dude, I did a one-shot for charity recently with my friend Ryan, and I played Blood Hunter of mine at 9th level. But because of a gauntlet he gave me for a special magic item, because it was one-shot, instead of being a D6, my Hemocraft die was D8.
Ugh.
It was frightening, but God, I was so powerful.
Oh, it's just the overwhelming power.
It was so good.
Oh my god, this thing has a damage threshold.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, it sure does. Man. God damn.
The cat. I was thinking earlier, if Theo and Miriam were just hanging out, they would look like they're from the same organization. Just because they both have big, like, flowy blue robes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
need to get out of that.
Ah.
I was gonna commission my friend Monty for something else. I say friend, it's just because I commission her all the time. I was gonna commission her for something else, but maybe I'll go to fucking Theo next to Miriam. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, I can just go over it.
Terrorizers.
Just go over it out loud to put it into simple terms. It does normal shield things. That it's a +2, to your AC. That'll go up with its enhancement bonus if you guys can figure out a way to increase the enhancement bonus of items. While you are attuned to it, if you take 8 or fewer points of damage from a single attack or effect, and I'm just going to clarify that your blood stuff does not count for that.
Darn it.
You do not take the damage instead. The rationalization there is you need the blood.
I know. I just want
but
to be cheeky.
if you take 8 damage or fewer from any given attack, you take no damage instead, and for each enhancement bonus point, that goes up by 3. You also don't need to wield it. It just teleports to wherever it needs to be and flashes around you to protect you. So you can still use two-handed weapons with it, and it lets you gain style points by if a creature attacks you, makes more than one attack in a single turn, and misses all of them against you, you gain a style point. And then it has its style actions, which, the ones that are relevant to you guys right now that you can use. E-rank Cobalt Screen, when you take the dodge action, you can spend 1 style point to conjure a protective barrier, which treats you as if you had 3/4 cover until the start of your next turn.
Damn.
Eightfold Shield, as a bonus action or reaction to being targeted by an effect or attack, you can spend a style point to create a translucent shield of demonic energy that appears around you. At the start of each of your turns, you may spend 1 more style point to make it remain. While the shield's there, all damage you take is reduced by 5 points, +2 for each point that you spend, style point you spend after the first one. You must concentrate on that effect while it's there. And then Aegis of Ajax. As a reaction to an attack roll that targets you, you can spend 2 style points to cast the shield spell until it ends. Creature that hits you with a melee attack from within 5 feet takes 1d6 thunder damage. And then the biggest one you guys can use is Unmovable Object. As a reaction to taking damage from an attack or effect, you can spend 3 style points to alter the properties of Talamonia, which is what the shield is called. To adapt to it, you gain resistance to the triggering damage type for 1 hour, including against the triggering attack itself. If you already had this in effect, using it again replaces whatever you're resistant to with that new damage type.
Huh.
And then you guys don't have enough style points to use the SSS rank one.
So I have a question.
But for the sake of it, if you had 8 style points to burn, you could, if you have to make if an attack roll hits you or an effect that requires a saving throw hits you, you could spend 8 style points to have it do nothing, no matter what it is.
Shit.
And also grant the same effect to 5 other creatures within 30 feet of you who are also being targeted by that effect.
You could say no to Fireball.
Yep. But yes, what were you about to ask, Cody?
Does Gino have heavy armor master?
He does not.
Okay.
But he is a fighter, so he can use every armor.
Because, one thing I was thinking is if you got heavy armor master and then also had the 8-point threshold.
Does heavy armor master do something other than?
It lowers it by 3. It lowers your damage by 3 from non-magical attacks.
Oh.
So you could in some attacks you could have an 11-point HP threshold.
The thing is, the damage hits you, and then the threshold is considered, and if it makes it through, then that would reduce the damage. It wouldn't effectively up the. No, it wouldn't. Yeah, the calculation happens in the opposite order.
Gotcha.
Because you can't reduce damage you're not taking.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I
also would make an argument that in the case of multiple effects that all reduce damage, whichever is the highest would take effect. I would not stack them.
That was the biggest thing I was thinking, to maybe have it maybe going to him. But if that's not the case, it basically could work for any of us.
Do you have to have proficiency in shields to use it?
Does just teleport around you? I'd say probably no. Considering it doesn't require you to actually use it.
Anybody,
yep.
Really.
It doesn't require you to actually hold it. It just teleports around, so.
It would be really good on either of the casters to be able to keep them up. for like specific things. Also, it gives them a free use of shield, so they don't have to grab shield if they don't want it later on. Or it could work really well for any of us fighters, because obviously we don't really get things that give us cover very often. So that's really good. I think that it could literally go. It could go well on any of us.
Yeah,
whoever wants it.
It's true. Fuck.
No one's saying if they want it. I say I don't want it. I'm taking myself out of it.
What's your AC there, Gino?
My AC is 17, so I'm not the most in need of it.
Yeah. Yeah, but you
remember though, with
21.
higher AC, the more times they miss, the more style points you'll get.
They could have 19.
19.
Oh, it's isn't it a +2 bonus?
That's just what a shield does.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's the basic.
I thought it was a
+2
+2 bonus on top of like the 2 AC it normally gives.
No.
Okay.
That's why it says as with regular shields.
I only saw the +2 bonus. I wasn't reading that part.
I saw a +2 bonus. I got excited. I'll be honest.
I don't read the things you type.
I don't read.
Oh, cool! It grants a +2 bonus to everything I do. Neat.
Whenever you look at it, it does work better for people who have higher armor, because again, the more attacks that miss you, then the more style points you'll generate. But you also can put shield onto that, so it's up to you whether or not that is something that matters.
Yeah. I think it should go to. Personally, I think it should go to Gino, just because like Arden already has like a bunch of like reaction stuff that he can do.
Making
Namely,
Gino
like,
a thick boy would be really freaking good,
Yeah.
especially again giving a fighter 3/4 like that much cover. Like that doesn't happen. That does not happen
ever. Yeah. Personally, I think it should go to you.
Do you want it?
I mean, if people agree that I should be the one to take it, then I mean, I like it. I do want it, but if people,
no one else has came forward saying I really want this. So
okay,
I'll take another one. I don't know.
Let's give it to Fiona. Let's give it to Fiona.
I could just add it to my collection.
I'm just like a fucking dragon. I'm like Smaug.
All I'm saying is this is a devil arm, and I'm the only full devil, so I'm just going.
Right, I smack her with the shield and I take the gun.
I will. No one else is going for it. I'll heckin' go for it.
Are you guys ready to jump back in then?
I'm gonna grab some water, but then yeah, I'll be good.
Okay. How you doing, Anna?
I'm fine. Is shield?
Is shield.
Is shield.
That's,
God, it's so cool. I love these sheets you've put together, man. Like I genuinely just love them.
They're cool.
Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna pull up my magistrate one.
Yep. If you have a printer, heckin' Eric, I can. This is like the dimensions to be printed, so I can give you a printout of this if you want to just have one on hand.
Yeah, I mean, you usually post them in the Discord, in our Discord anyway. So
I'll do that right now.
Also, Logan.
Yeah.
I was super close to grabbing absorb elements, but I feel like I have that on too many characters now.
Can never absorb too many elements.
Alrighty, where are you?
That would make that would make potentially 3 characters having that spell.
Devil arms and kaboom. Here you go. If you want to grab that and do a printout of that, it's in our chat.
People's in the chats are telling you to check your DMs.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that. I assume they mean what Din sent me. Did you see it, Anna?
I saw like the little fan arts that she did on the server.
They didn't send me a Marile gif.
Oh, it's a gif.
Oh,
I don't see.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
What?
Here. Wiki's changed ever since you became a feature.
No, it takes me a minute to process when people do anything with my characters, okay? I just don't compute. I'm still not over someone getting a pillow of her.
Oh, no, I was so happy.
Wait, what?
I want to get Marile stuff for the house.
Someone got a Marile pillow?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
It's perfect.
Dan, you beautiful angel. I love you so much.
Big kissy face.
I'm back.
And heckin', just to not heckin' glance over it, the perkiest of boobs.
The
yeah.
boobs, indeed.
I will throw.
So much
I'll throw this in.
Kissy.
I'll throw this in as a fucking thing before we get back into it. Just
You sure you're not now, Marile? Because you got them hooters.
You got some hooters.
just include,
Sweater pillows.
just include a constant mwah, mwah, mwah.
I mean, that's the sound we all make anytime.
Anytime she's also like pouty face, she has like the big look. Like, come on, Nicolo, please. Come on, Nicolo, please. Can we have one? We can buy them on eBay,
Let's
correct?
see.
Yeah, there's one right there. Just steal it.
Ah, you're right. We can just steal it. Is that considered adoption?
Honestly, I'd rather take him than let him go back to where he was going.
And let's do.
Nicolo wouldn't let me have a puppy.
Let's
First
go.
off, this is much bigger than a puppy, and second off, you still can't have the puppy.
But what if he wants a puppy? Well, we.
Then Emmanuel can have it because I trust Emmanuel.
You trust Emmanuel?
Why wouldn't you?
Wait a minute.
I feel like a dog would teach him. It would teach him responsibility.
All
I
right.
feel like a dog for you would be an excuse.
Normally, I try to keep the alerts, relatively heckin' safe for work for the most part, like in terms of nothing complicated, but so the Marile one, at least for today, is going to be triggered specifically by, in Canadian, that would be $6.90.
I appreciate you.
So,
Let me-
wait.
1 second while I throw that up. It's not up there yet, so no one donate just yet. I gotta save it and then put it up there.
Be the most
It's already
tasteful.
been done, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I can't control how trigger happy people are.
Nicolo, if we adopt Emmanuel, does that mean we also have to adopt Gino?
Yes.
Wait, so
Obviously.
you guys are married, is what
No.
I'm guessing.
No.
I'm very confused.
You two are so
technic-
confusing.
Technically, we are. Do we file our taxes jointly?
We don't file taxes. We don't want anyone to ever come to find us.
Okay, so then
What?
we're not even common law.
What's
You
a
don't
tax?
pay
All right.
taxes? The IRS is gonna come at you.
They don't know any.
I'm fine with taking on bats, but
How
the
do you know what
IRS
taxes-
are not
How
that
do you know
insane.
what taxes are?
We both get paid under. We both get paid under the counter.
How do you even know what taxes are, Ardeen?
You know that
You don't even
famous,
know what a theater is.
that famous saying. If they can
Yeah,
get
but I know what taxes are. The one thing that we feared. The IRS.
What was it? What was it? Was
One
it?
thing
Was
we
it if they can get Al Capone, they can get you? Was that the
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah. If they
Bam.
can get Al Capone.
Done. It's in the system,
absolutely
everybody.
get
Feel free to donate
Hey.
$6.90 if you so
Canadian.
desire.
Specifically in Canadian?
Yeah, that makes me. I think that all our stuff is rigged to be in to be in Canadian currency, so I think so.
Ah, okay. Well,
I
you heard them,
understand.
guys.
Alrighty. So you guys ready to jump back in? Given that. Oh yeah, Din,
Din
I saw you
rated
rated.
us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All your fan arts are so good.
They're so good.
They are
We're
so good.
talented.
Oh.
I wonder if I
Hey
can.
guys, go donate to Din's Kofi. They
want-
won't let you.
I
but you
wonder
should
if
do it.
Do it.
if I do this, will this work? Test. Yeah, there it is.
I'm waiting.
Oh, Arcane Illumination! I didn't have to do it. Bam! Thank you so much, Arcane.
Arden.
Oh, Dueler,
Arden.
thank you.
Screaming. There's more than potato.
More than
Din,
potatoes.
today's already
I knew
so
I would be
good.
positively recognized for being a whore one day.
Oh my god.
I figured if I was ever gonna do this with any character. It feels the most. I was just thinking of like, what's an amount I can set it to so people can see it, but that isn't arbitrary.
Yeah.
We decided on the sex number. All right.
Proud of you.
All right. Let's jump back in, my guys. Got another hour and
Never.
a bit ahead of us. Oh, Army of One, thank you.
Thank you.
Should also set it so it works with like any instance. Like it's $6.90, $69, $690. Fucking
69 cents.
69.
69 cents. Hold on. We're taking another second. One moment.
Okay. So, once upon a time, we fought some big,
Yeah.
shock, big boys. And we were all
I
bad.
believe they're called Toby Kadachis.
Oh, is that what they're called? I don't know.
So I'm going to set this up so that it is at every instance of heckin' 69.
Like
If it's
exactly
at 69 cents, that's gonna go fucking all the time.
I might turn it off if we have to, but for today, you know what? That's a fair point. I'm gonna set it for now to be heckin' $69. Kaboom. Duplicate. $690.
Yeah,
And $69
I feel like
and 69 cents.
$6 and I feel like $6.09 like $6.
9 cents is fair. That's fair.
Is
Bam,
fair, yeah.
there. $6.90 is done. $69 and $690. And you know what? Just for the meme, it's never gonna happen, but $6,900. Save. It'll never happen.
$69.
$69,000. Okay. Gosh darn. Let's jump back in.
Ugh.
$1,969.
Alright.
Start riding around on my hand.
So, jumping back in as we do so. As you investigate the shield and as you look at it, Emmanuel, it begins to shake on the ground, rises up into the air, just suddenly floats up, it rights itself in the air. The plates slide back into its smaller position, and it takes off and soars with a mind of its own through the air towards Gino. Gino, you put your arm up defensively as it comes towards you, and it stops just in front of you and seems to disappear and teleport away from you. As it does, there's a moment where the shield just seems to have vanished. As it does, you hear the sound of bending above you as part of the ceiling lets go, as part of the structure where the creature had been holding itself up before collapses. Several large pieces of metal fly down towards you, and as you reflexively put your arm up to defend yourself against it, the shield reappears in front of you. One piece dings off of it, and as you turn, it reappears blocking individual ones in the air, quickly shifting and flashing around to block the various pieces of metal. And after it finishes, it floats down. It's the faceplate on it, having spread out while it was in motion, shifts back slowly into place, and when it does, it vanishes, disappears, and seems to become ethereal, not even placing itself on your body.
Can I see it with magic?
You put your hand out quickly as it vanishes, you clench your hand instinctively, and when you do, you will it to summon onto your arm, and it does appear, and you become aware that you can dispel it and resummon it at will.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Oh, Logan, is it still there on him when it's disappeared?
He can conjure it up, but whenever he doesn't physically want it on his person, it'll just disappear.
Okay, so it's not actually there unless he conjures.
Yeah. And you're attuned to it now. For the effects on it, I'll actually program them onto your sheet between games. So for now, if you want to use one, we'll just approximate it.
Okay.
Oh, that's fancy right there.
Oh,
another devil arm.
Really cool.
Do you feel cooler?
I feel so much cooler.
Yeah, you do. Ow.
I've never actually used one of these before.
And you'll just eat shit as the hand he's riding just collapses back into dirt. Okay.
Arden Doyle,
Yeah?
sit down.
Sits immediately. Yes?
Why did you stab yourself so hard, you idiot?
I didn't mean to. It just kind of, it's sort of a very
Yeah?
in the moment thing.
Did your hand slip a little bit too far through your arm?
Yes.
You need to be more careful.
I'm gonna sit on the stairs.
I'm trying, but,
I know.
I have to use the skills that those fucking assholes gave me.
I know. I don't like seeing you hurt yourself that much. I know you have to. Just be careful, please.
Sure.
I'll be fine. Stabs himself in the heart.
I'll be fine. If we want to take a rest or something, take an hour.
That's probably was what was keeping that door closed. So perhaps it would be best if we sat down for a couple of minutes before we continued.
As you say this, you see the main lights in this area flash back to life for the first time since you've been here. As power seems to restore itself, at least to this area, you see the door to the control room shifts, and it opens slightly, then goes back to being completely closed, except this time all the plates flatten out and become flush with one another and form this one totally flat, seamless surface, as if before it was never fully closed. And then you see the eye on it just open up and looks around in a much more quick, observant manner, locks onto Juno. Doesn't do anything else, but the door has clearly regained power.
Might be
Neat.
a better idea to take a break.
Aye.
Yeah.
How long of a break are we talking about?
Not long. We should keep on going, especially with that creature outside.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
You gonna be good there?
No, I'm fine. I'll be probably fine. I'll just make me a new potion here.
Which one would you like to make?
Makes it
So
for
are you guys taking a
electricity
short
this
rest
time.
or a long rest?
Yeah.
Probably short.
Sounds like we're taking a short, yeah.
Okay, short rest. Boom. Anyone that wants to use HD, feel free to.
Yeah.
And
I don't get my Unleash Incarnations back on this.
I'm gonna... Oh, I can't get rid
I
of my
love
embers.
the meta-narrative element in this of being like, yo guys, like, should we take a rest just to regain our strength? And then normally by the time the conversation ends, it's like, alright, we did it.
Yep.
In discussing whether or not to take a rest, we have taken a rest.
Hey, Body Lay, do you want to do a song of rest?
That I was going to suggest you just like.
Because I got no health from those.
It's like, so everybody, another song.
Yes.
Please.
Wonderful.
Alrighty.
I'll only sing partial. Wah. I will only sing partial, so you only get the partial effect.
I will
Luckily, I
sing
only
one
needed the
sixth
one
of the
health.
song.
I will sing 2 lines.
Hooray. I only needed the one health to be at full.
I needed more.
Alright guys, just sit down. Just a small town girl! Alright, good, let's go.
Yes, man, and that was
Yes, man. And that's Marley.
As another bat just swoops in, like, yo!
Ladies and gentlemen, Marley! It's been... Hey, that's what Marley.
Alright, so anyone who used hit die, drag that onto yourself to get back one more hit point.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I can't get rid of the embers thing on my
I'll get rid
the
of
action.
it. Alright, I'll get rid of it
tracker
for you.
there. Cool.
Which one you picking this time?
I'm gonna give my... I'm gonna heckin'... Just to really stress Hayden and Fiona out. I want to take Vermilion.
Alrighty.
Oh.
I get an extra use of my my blood curse, but I have disadvantage on death saves.
Oh no!
So
I just really need you to be more careful, okay? Yeah, sure, I'll be more careful. Injects demon cocaine into veins.
Spencer, I fucking love you.
I, Hayden, am very amused. Fionnuala is about to be pissed.
Listen, you don't know what the side effect is. It's fine.
No, I don't. You better not tell me.
Yeah,
looks like-
never.
For the other one, I
Depressed
had to put in
cherry coke.
campfire. For this one, a little bit of snow, and for this one, black tar heroin. All right, let's go.
I just had it on hand, you know.
Just pulling over the drugs from Prince's. That's what you put in
Everyday
there.
objects.
Dream flick.
I'm in so much trouble.
I got this from my dealer, Krusk.
You guys take your 5 minutes, and you rest. You prepare a new potion. You apply it to yourself. You feel you feel
Why
a
are you just
you feel a
circling
somewhat
around me?
sickly feeling, but you also feel as if your blood has been empowered slightly. At the source of where you inject it, or when you drink it, you see that along your arm, like some of your veins, there's a faint reddish glow moving just under your skin.
In your skin.
Imagine this during this 5-minute rest. Gino has summoned his echo and is just inspecting it, like. Ancient, what are you?
Summons Echo. All right, attack me. Blocks it with telemoney.
Let's fight.
Arden.
Hmm?
Can I talk to you for a sec?
Sure. Privately?
You just
No, I'll just like point to the corner.
Just out of usual, if that's okay.
Sure.
Good fucking luck.
Fight me. Actually,
18 passive perception.
whatever. I don't know. I, Fianula, don't know that. I can't see your fucking stat sheet, Cody.
That's why I'm telling you, Hayden.
Logan.
But anyway,
What'd you need?
It's gonna sound really stupid, but after seeing that big monster thing outside and all this my stuff coming here and what you were saying earlier about what they did to you and what happened with all the demons and everything attacking your friends and everything that happened to you, why did you decide to trust me?
Well, it's not like I hate all demons or anything. To be honest, I didn't like a lot of the folks that attacked, you know, the order I was part of. Some of them I was cool with, but we weren't exactly close. But I don't know, you have an energy about you that is very alluring. Gives you a smile. Very fun to, you know, be around. You're probably my first real friend.
I was just worried because after you said that it was just demons that killed everyone, like why trust another one of us, you know? But
Well, clearly, not all demons are bad.
I guess. But no, it's just bothering me. And now that we have all these new people around us, worried that maybe I don't know. Stupid.
You're worried I'd leave you behind?
A little bit.
Take your hand?
Mm,
You don't have to worry about that. Like I said, you were my first real friend. You're my best friend.
You're mine.
You've got nothing to worry about.
Okay. I've got your back no matter what, yeah?
And I've got yours. Keep me safe. I'm apparently very liable to get myself killed.
Yeah, you... Martin! You You need to be more careful with you.
I'll do my best.
You better.
No, I'm a bit more sturdy than you might give me credit for. I don't know.
I'm not giving you credit for it.
Alright, fine. I'll be careful.
Good. I will too. And I'll give him a big hug around the waist.
And they
Hugs you
joke
back.
around about us being a thing.
Thanks.
Well, thank you.
Hmm.
Wanna go hang out with them, or?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just...
Are you two done kissing and making up?
We didn't kiss!
Or make up?
We did do that.
Okay. 1 out of 2 isn't bad. You'll get lucky yet, Arding.
What?
She's just being weird. Don't worry about her. She's she's just assuming things.
I mumbled the gist of everything to Marile, by the way. Anyway.
You can write a novella out of this stuff. Maybe I should stop the poll and take on the pen.
Please.
The what?
Don't worry about it.
Arden, I feel like there's a lot you need to inform me of what the fuck she does.
I don't feel like it's very relevant information.
Why not learn for yourself, Fionnuala?
She doesn't need that.
Why not?
What
We could
do
probably
you
take on another
do?
part-timer.
Very curious what this work of yours is.
Yeah, you humans confuse me. This comes up all the time. Every time we sit down, you talk about some poll and you talk about pricing, and I don't get it.
I talk about several types of polls.
I'm so confused.
Stop talking about
You know,
your
this
disco
is-
stick.
You know, this is starting to actually be a bit cathartic. Usually I'm the only one that has to worry about this.
Yeah, but that's because you don't love me. And that's why I want the puppy
Love
instead.
him?
You're not getting a puppy.
I said, but do you love him?
Darling, my amor. Just like stands up. Mi Manuel.
What?
And they say we're dating.
As you can see, she only likes cute things.
What's strange?
Either way,
What's strange?
let's
what
make
about
our way
it?
home.
Oh, they say that we're dating. Fucking look at them. Oh yeah, well you say we're dating. Look at you. Oh yeah, well you say we're dating. Look at you.
I wanted the dangerous cherry coke.
Fucking cut to the corner. I got a shield. I got a cool shield. Yeah.
Like holds up shield. His Echo holds up an equivalent shield, and they're just fucking weird.
Just quickly putting hands out in different directions to make it appear floating from just.
Would Echo also have one?
The Echo does not benefit from the shield.
No, it
Okay,
doesn't.
so it
I'm
doesn't
just
get the plus
picturing
two
it, looking like it. It does. No, it doesn't.
Although, if we ever wanna, for flavor text, if we ever wanted to, we could say that when it appears, an Echo could appear wielding it to block attacks. But that's that's just
Yeah,
flavor.
That's exclusively flavor. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
all
pretty
right.
cool.
Oh, why not,
fuck.
Alox? Thank you for the 50 subs. Guess what's happening now? The poster.
50 holy crap.
The poster's gonna be a thing. Thank you so much.
Dear
All right.
God. Well,
Bored.
Let's
You
go.
know, walks towards it. The eye once again scans him. It seems to lock onto you when you come close to it.
Open sesame.
Yeah, what he said. Open.
As you say open to it, it once again shifts. The various plates separate from each other and pull away like this multi-layered, almost like rose petal of rose like petal orientation of metal plates, opening up into a large room that when it opens, there's that sci-fi like sterile mist seeps out that as it opens. You feel the room ahead of you is colder the moment you see it, but not freezing, just colder in the sense of like kept at a perfectly neutral temperature, and compared to out here where there's access to the Lazarus field, it's nice. Walking into it, you see that it opens up almost immediately into this almost command deck looking large circular room that is probably wider than the hallway, like the room that you were just in. You see various demonic instruments around the area. The main thing you notice is the floor is largely made of glass that has this like steel and obsidian framing moving around it, and underneath it you can like look down at the city and you can see, well, you can see the city. Looking down you can see the frozen city outside. The blizzard is still going on and whipping around. You can see that daybreak might be coming because there's a bit more light than there was last time you could see outside, but with the blizzard being what it is, it's pretty much always dark as long as this is happening. You see
any signs of Ice Boy?
Of Ice Boy looking outside. Roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Ice Satan, if you will.
Ice
Satan.
Nope.
You looking around? It's hard to even see. You can like barely make out that what's below you is the city. Otherwise, you might have thought it was the Frost Hells itself for how thick it is. If anybody else wants to look out of the city, you could try.
I would like to.
No disadvantage?
Yep, everybody with disadvantage.
Why not?
Take a crazy chance.
So you rolled a 1. So that's all your style points gone, Nicolo.
I don't have any.
Arden, you gain 1.
It's
I do?
perception.
You got a 19.
I get one on I get them on 19s.
Is that not a thing that we did? We not? We're not doing that, right? No, that's not. We're not doing that.
No, we're doing it.
No, we're not doing that. You're right. You're right. No, you're right. No, you're right. No, you're right. No, you're right.
He's wrong.
No, you're right.
You're right.
No, I'm wrong. You're right.
You're wrong. You're all correct. You are wrong. We get them on
No, you don't get them on 19s. We don't do that here.
You're wrong. You just said you were wrong.
All right.
Shit.
Arden.
Yeah.
As you step out and you can like see into the general city around you, you do see you like all look for it, and it's hard to see through the snow and the blizzard and this like frozen smog that's effectively covering the entirety of the city. You can only kind of see the tops of buildings from where you are, but with the same sort of vantage point of like a camera looking down at a city in like a kaiju movie, Arden, you look around and there's just a feeling that strikes you suddenly, and you feel as if some demonic force is pulling your attention, as if something in your blood is reacting to and aware of a great threat, and you quickly, your eyes look over towards a part of the city where you see a couple of buildings get toppled and knocked down, and a large plume of frost and snow erupt and be disturbed outwards as a massive figure is moving through the city, crushing buildings, knocking them over as it does. And as you do...
Give me that picture.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it to everybody this time.
No! No!
Alright, and no, you saw it, you saw it. If you don't want the others to get it, then if you don't want to point it out to them, then it'll be just for you. As you see, the massive form.
So Marty, we're the two healers, right? We're the only ones who can heal people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck that.
Let's never heal Arden
right?
again.
The thing is several stories tall, you said?
It is 42 feet tall to the top of its skull, not including wing size or horn size.
Mm-hmm.
And the tail is longer than the rest of it. Like, the two tails are like twice the length of its body.
I don't know why, Marty, but I feel like we should never heal him again.
I'm never...
He seems to have a knack for hurting himself.
Yeah, it's another mouth to feed. Let's get rid of him.
Let me have a puppy.
Nothing out there.
Let me have a puppy and we have a deal.
Deal. I'm kidding.
What the fuck?
Something inside of me just hates him right now.
Let me have a puppy.
Something inside me just hates him right now. You can have a puppy.
Be a chihuahua.
No.
He'll like back away from the window, like, oh fuck. Oh shit.
Beside him, around waist height, you just see Emmanuel's face pressed against the glass. What are we looking at?
You can see something large moving through the blizzard, but you can't make out details, Emmanuel.
Yeah,
sure
fuck that.
looks like a thing.
A thing we shouldn't ever go near.
It makes me think of Heckin, the Ice King from the 2010 animated series Adventure Time, voiced by Tom Kenny.
Yeah?
I don't. This thing has no resemblance.
Pretty sure that's what we're dealing with here. Can't be all bad. Maybe he'll write cool fan fiction about us all.
Right.
Did you see him?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That thing is awful looking.
Oh man, I want to see it.
It's
Like up against the window.
Like same pose as Emmanuel,
Yeah.
face against the glass.
You know, I can actually probably live without ever seeing it.
Yeah, that'd probably be better.
His eyes are too
probably live
beautiful.
longer.
You know what? I was going to say I'd probably have nightmares about that thing, but I probably already have.
They say that in order to stay beautiful, one must look at beautiful things. So I don't want to look at it, ever.
Big and
That's
scary.
fair.
I want to kill it.
I guess that explains a lot about me, huh?
Looking at ugly stuff makes your eyes ugly? Because I look at, like, worms and stuff all the time.
You have really cool and pretty eyes, Manny.
I mean...
He flies.
And what does that say about, what does that say about the conceptual form of beauty, then?
It is in the eye of the beholder. Get it? If you look at something, let's say a worm, it might look normal, but when you look at the hard work it does and the beautiful things it does for the earth, it in itself is beautiful. But it's still a worm.
Yeah, we had to kill it so we could catch
I follow Gino. Because Gino started
Well, I assumed you guys were in the room already. Because you'd have to be in the room to see to be in the
That's
the massive
true, yeah.
circular.
Yeah.
As you look around, this place appears to have been built primarily so that you can see whatever is outside, so that you can keep an eye on the rest of the Talon. Gino, as you're looking at it, as you touch the side of it, you see almost like little. Almost like a Tony Stark-esque holographic computer just kind of appears in front of you. The rest of you don't see it. Only Gino does. As you do, and you
even
feel
with detect magic.
it's not technically magic.
This is like that 2008 movie Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr.
As you press your hand against it, you innately feel like you know how to operate this. Looking around, you can't see them physically, you're just aware of the controls in this room that run around it, and that they recognized you as this holographic display along the side of the circular room just comes into focus for you.
So it's basically just like a computer screen, essentially with information on it.
You could bring up stuff if you wanted to. You feel like you could use it to look out at different areas. As you're touching it and manipulating it, all of you see the city below you seems to disappear, and the area that you're looking down at seems to switch immediately to the Lazarus Field, and you once again see that massive expanse of the sunset sky with various bodies and armors floating in the air. When it changes, you actually see some of them are pressed up against the control tower as if they'd been pinned there. Some of them have weapons piercing through them that appear to be sticking them to a exterior glass wall outside the one that you're up against. Gino continues manipulating it. It seems to change again, and what you're seeing outside becomes what looks like an expanse of massive tundra with a large tower in the distance, as you saw before. And then continues to switch back. Gino, you note that
I have no idea what I'm doing, but except I do.
Basically, yes.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna try to can I try to bring up something about the workshop? Look up where the workshop is?
Yep. As you try to, you put your hand up, you try to mentally ping for information about it. When it happens, You create this holographic display of what looks like almost a floating city that you recognize to be the massive construct that this spire is a part of that you saw before. 4 large arms spread out on the side of it like pathways that lead out to the talon-like spires, one of which you're in currently. At the center there's a citadel-like palace that is sitting in the middle of it. This whole thing made of obsidian and bronze and the heavy-looking metals. You note there is, on each of these arms, there's one spire going up on like the ring of this floating city, and then there's another one going down towards the bottom of it. And you also note this place has a long spike coming out the bottom of it that seems to serve as its base that points down the downward-oriented side. You become aware by doing this that the entire thing, this floating city, appears to be the workshop.
Oh. Okay. So we've been in the workshop the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
What a twist.
Huh.
This whole place is apparently the workshop. So I guess this is where we might connect it to places. I'm gonna look up something about that. I'm gonna look up the connecting it to different places.
As you do, you connect to it and you begin running through routines. You innately become aware by connecting to it that something opened up. You find data that innately explains to you that the demon world and the human world and the Lazarus field were all separate until very recently, until like earlier today, effectively. And that something created an opportunity for the workshop to pierce through into both of them, and it seized it. Something turned this place back on. But as you look for that information, you find there's certain blocks. You can't access certain information. Though it seems the system recognizes you, it seems to effectively not give you clearance. As you continue to scrutinize what you're looking for and you try to zoom in on locking this place in to a particular plane, the holographic display that you've created in front of you, which at this point you become aware you could show the others if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
You guys just see this holographic Iron Man-esque Tony Stark-like display appear of the city floating in front of you. When it does, the image zooms in on the spire you're on, and you become aware that you could lock this spire in particular into one of the locations it's in, which would cause it to retract from the other ones, thus closing the gateways in the spire that are connecting the different worlds. But you would have to do it spire by spire.
Well, I'm gonna do that then. I'll get is there connect it to the human world? That's what we're doing, right?
Can you figure out how to do it?
I'm looking. Does it look like there's anything that's like, here, push button to do this?
You know how to tell it to do that if you wanted to.
Button to do this.
Yeah, I'll tell it to do that then.
Okay. You command it to. You guys see the holographic display of the spire. The whole hologram effectively is in this like yellowish hue. You see that the spire turns blue for a second, starts scanning through images of the different worlds it's connecting to, and then it turns green as it seems to lock in place. There is a shuddering as you see images of the tundra where it appeared before. You see it, and you see the spire in the Frostel. You recognize this view, Fionnuala, because you saw it there initially. You see the Talon almost dissolving in the air while simultaneously retracting back into the ground, as it seems to disappear and fade away. In the meantime, outside, you all see there's a mild tectonic event as part of the city near the spire you're in shifts and begins to, some of the buildings give away as if this thing properly lands itself. After it does, you hear this repetitive sound coming from down below you, as you see on the holographic display. The gateways along the spire close, one after another, and you see outside as the blizzard doesn't disappear, but the part of it pouring out of the spire seems to stop, and all that's left is the terraformed, freezing conditions outside with the demonic blizzard ceasing and just letting go into a general tundra-like frozen environment. demons stop pouring out of the gates down below you. And the last thing that you see is the large chain and large, like, massive building-sized spike, like grappling hook that had been on top of it. As soon as you land, you guys see from within the control room that the top of the spire kind of opens up like a bird's beak. The chain orients itself out of it. The giant building-sized grappling hook orients itself forward and fires off into the center of Afune Bay, and you see this massive chain connected to it, spinning and flying along with it as it just disappears into the distance, strikes into the water out in the middle of the bay, and seems to go taut, grounds itself, and then everything goes quiet. And then you, Gino, just the hologram, informs you that this spire is now locked, and it is grounded.
Well, that's one.
One. We have to do this for every one of them?
Looks like it.
That probably means we have to go out into the storm, yeah?
Although
Looks as
that'll
if it's
find some
calming
underground pathway.
Looks as if it's calming down slightly, but we can't say much about the other cities.
Well, if we go out into that storm, we're gonna, die.
That too.
As I just kind of motion down, it looks as if the storm has died down somewhat. It's still cold, but maybe not like it was before.
Maybe the more we close, the less it'll be, yeah?
I feel as if
imagine.
they are isolated to their spires, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
So if we go to one of the other places, he motions over toward the other, like the distance, where the other spires are potentially, then we'll probably be met with similar problems.
I'll note that as you look out, as the blizzard peels away, you see the sun is rising. There's a yellowish glow in the distance, as you can see that much through the ongoing storm that appears to have continued to envelop the Afune Bay area. You can see that the storm is still thick where you believe the other talons are. It is only let up in, like, the local area. As this happens,
to find a way
as you guys look out,
there.
you see something large suddenly come up. A large shadow that blocks out the sunlight from the rising sun. You guys see a massive claw raise up to where the command deck is, just reach up from below your vision, claws inwards, and you see this massive bust-sized claw latch onto the side of the command deck you're in. And it doesn't pierce in, but it rocks the area as you see the huge body of a creature that two of you have seen pulling itself up onto the side of the spire from the outside. All of you, the lights inside flicker as you see this thing's massive form pulling itself up and bringing its massive head up to level with the command deck you're in.
Yeah, that's basically Frost King.
Latching onto the side of the spire, its tails whip around. You see one whip around and seem to try to strike into the side of the building and shakes it, but it doesn't manage to pierce through, and its massive eyes dart around as if it's trying to look inside, but you can basically immediately tell it can't see any of you.
Don't move.
Fuck.
His vision is based on movement.
I don't know if that's true, honey.
I think that's actually bullshit.
Gino is going to very quickly, while this is happening, he's going to try to pull up information on the computer about himself.
As you do, and as you go through information, this thing outside continues to look in. For reference in that image, you guys would come up to about its ankle, maybe. It's huge, like large enough that its head would not be able to fit properly in this room. But as it looks in and it tries to seemingly like spy through it where it believes you are, it becomes evident that you can't see into this room, you can only see out of it. And you just see its mouth part, mist pours out from it, and you just hear
Whoever's in there, keep your hands off that workshop. If I find you, I will not show mercy. Your city, this weapon, and your world are mine.
You see it reel back. It slams its head into the structure, and as it does, power flickers. Gino, you find yourself disconnected from the computer as it happens. Just as you feel like you're about to reach a point where you find information on yourself, the system seems to flicker and disconnect, and the power seems to go out.
No! You have been warned!
It then takes off and backs off from it. It floats in the air briefly, and you see it disappear back into the blizzard, being hidden by it almost as if the blizzard means to get in the way and obscure it.
That wasn't like the Ice King at all.
No. I don't imagine it was.
Boy,
Damn it.
what happened, Gina?
He did something. He turned it off.
I don't know how.
Son of a bitch!
Probably because he doesn't need this one anymore. If we've stopped it.
I might need it, but anchoring at him might have ruined some of his plans. This is what he came out of, so...
Were you able to get...
Go ahead.
Were you able to get any sort of information before all that happened?
No. Looked like I might have had something. But I couldn't read it in time.
You hear...
If it's turned off, then at least we can hope no one can reverse what we did.
Gino, you hear a almost comically typical phone ringing sound in the back of your head.
What? I don't know. Are you guys hearing that?
The rest of you are not.
What?
Hearing what?
What?
What do you
I'm
hear?
hearing like a phone.
Go pick it up. Go
Hello?
You hear like the sound of a receiver being picked up, even though there's no apparatus to go with it. And you just hear, like, in the back of your head, "Hey, you almost died."
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, it's me, you did it! It's less cold out here now!
Yay.
Is there a reason you calling?
Well, I thought you guys needed assistance.
What assistance do you have?
Is he talking to himself?
What assistance do I have?
I think he's on call.
Well, I know.
Kind of like Skype?
Hell, Skype.
I mean, do you plan on living in there for the rest of your life, or?
No.
Well, I think it might be time that we get introduced properly. Why don't you come outside?
All right.
And he's going to mentally hang up.
Click.
Would have been funny. Would have been funny if
You
like
say-
the Skype sound, the Skype disconnect sound.
You're like,
played.
all right, you say click, and then there's a moment you just hear, click.
Okay, I thought that might have done something. Okay,
I'll
we're leaving
hang
now.
up on my end. I'll hang up on my end. Click.
He also doesn't know how to end it.
Oh, wait, is this just us forever now? Or are you just in my brain? My not brain.
You don't hear anything.
Okay, cool.
So I'm
It's like,
going,
damn it.
I'm going to assume that there is a cellular device somewhere in your head and you talk to somebody. So how did that go?
I don't know. Maybe.
It's the guy we talked to before.
Oh.
What did he say?
He said that we should meet him outside.
Afuera. Afuera, con eso. Con eso afuera. Afuera. Yo no quiero ir afuera. Yo no voy para afuera.
Where outside?
The outside area.
Outside the big place.
Outside this.
I believe that we will need to make our way back down.
Yeah. The way we came.
All right.
Having interacted with the blueprints for this place, you do become aware that you could probably reprogram the elevators to take you out to just another one of the exits, similar to the one you came in, just on a different part of the spire.
Yeah, because the one we came in was
Isn't
fucking
the power
underground.
out?
The power flickered and got disconnected from like some greater server, but he can still generally control the area. Yeah.
Gotcha.
This room sucks right now, not the rest of the place.
Gotcha. Cool.
We'll just go and get like one of those like car batteries or something, and like hook it like
Just
give it a jump.
jumpstart the spire, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's head out then.
All right.
Let's get out of this horrible place.
And we go.
All right.
And we're off.
You guys head back out. You head toward, you pass the point, which would have been the end of heckin' mission 2. I
don't think
entering this.
Could have waited until this session to level us up.
Finishing off the Open X would have been the end of mission 2 before. I was like, whatever. You guys head out. You head down, go return to the elevator for the sake of brevity. You take it down. It doesn't go down as far. This time the windows all show the city. As it passes by, you once again see the blizzard is letting up. It still looks cold outside, but you can see more of the city, and it looks like it's settling. More demons aren't appearing outside. The tectonic events appear to have stopped. The lights within this spire appear to be back on for the most part, as if power had been restored to it. You eventually get down. The elevator settles. A long hallway opens up before you where what looks to be a sealed wall disappears and peels away to show a way outside. As it does, light pours in, as well as a cold mist with it. You see, silhouetted against the light, sitting on a park bench leaned over, a figure, a humanoid-looking figure, just waiting patiently. You see them take a drag from a cigarette that they're holding, and as your eyes adjust to the light, you see a figure with greenish skin, shirtless, wearing what attire that appears to resemble that of a mechanic. They have a welding mask strapped to one of their belts, a bandana tied around their head. You see this figure, our thumbnail boy, sitting, smoking outside.
Oh, he hot.
He's got very pretty hair and a pretty face.
Hey.
Hi.
Nice to finally see you.
Hi.
Adelaide just like peeks from behind Niccolo like,
I'd like to offer. He's like speaking to you. You guys are still a bit inside, and he's just like standing, like sitting on a bench across the road in the cold, seemingly unaffected by it. I would like to offer my services to you as a former employee of this building.
Did we already get your reasoning for helping us?
We didn't have much time to talk at all, friend.
So then why are you helping?
Friend, could you tell us why you're helping us?
Perhaps out in the open is not the best time to be speaking. There are still demons about.
No tienes frío.
I mean, obviously.
Gestures to self.
Motion's over, like my point.
It's as safe here to talk as anywhere if you want to.
That's fair.
I got ways to protect myself. He like snaps his fingers and points up, and you see a large metallic creature that looks like almost like a long iron lizard made of plated metal rises up behind him, previously having been hidden, and just stalks around, leaps up on top of a building, crawls its way up, and lets out a metallic kind of howling noise. We won't be bothered. And or at least if we are, I'll get away. I don't really care.
An artificer.
That's cool.
Neat.
I'm going to...
Anyways, come on out of there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
walk
I'm
right
walking
over
out.
to him and hold up my hand.
Hey. He, like, clasps your hand kind of nonchalantly and suddenly shakes it.
My name's Fianula Ione. What's yours?
What's my name?
Yeah.
My name's Briar.
We finally have
I fucking knew it!
Nice to meet you.
Wow.
That's very nice to meet you, Briar.
You
Thank you for
you
all your help.
caved. You finally caved and got a heart.
Well,
As for why I want to help you guys, I used to work in there 2,000 some odd years ago, until the whole thing got shut down and I got kicked out. And I just want to get some of my stuff back.
that's
What
fair.
is that
All right.
place?
You see, that big-ass thing is part of a bit of a flying fortress. I assume that you looked at some of the information in there while you were in there, buddy. He, like, looks over and, like, looks up as Gino walks forward. There's a moment as his eyes open, as if he's impressed by what he sees. Oh. It's been a while, big guy. How you doing?
What do you know about me?
What do you know about you?
Basically nothing.
Oh,
And we're best friends. I'm kidding.
well.
Nice to meet you. I'm Emmanuel. This is my big, apparently, brother Gino.
You're a child.
That's what I've been telling them.
Yep.
I thought you were just like a weird sounding adult. Some kind of crazy, weird clown person when I heard you over this thing. He like taps his ear. But you're just a kid.
You thought I was an adult.
That's the important thing to take away, yeah.
He's a lot stronger than he looks, though, Briar.
Anyways, you, Gino. You going by Gino, I assume.
Yeah.
You were one of my boss's pet projects. That's what
Say more words.
All right. Did you see what it was? The workshop that you were in? That big old flying city. He takes a drag from his cigarette. That was the workshop of the demon world's greatest engineer and weaponsmith, Machiavelli. Machiavelli played a hand in ending an ancient war between the demon king Mundus and the demonic ally of mankind, Sparta. He helped to forge some weapons made from Sparta's demonic energy, based on that symbol on your clothes. I'm guessing you know who Sparta is.
Yeah.
Machiavelli helped to forge his demonic energy into several weapons that could separate or merge the demonic world and the human world, the Yamato and the Rebellion. And then during a large stand at the end of that war, Mundus attacked Machiavelli. I was there. It was pretty bad. The workshop got involved in the fight, and Sparta, for some reason, decided it necessary to separate the worlds then and there. And so, the workshop, Machiavelli inside, got stuck in the Lazarus field. And I ended up on this side. I've been trying to get back in for a long time. I assume Machiavelli must have rotted away in there, since he never would have had any reason to escape and would have lost power a long time ago. I want to get back in and get that thing working again so I can get my old stuff out. A bunch of passion projects of mine are locked in there. You are a secret weapon Machiavelli developed to lead other Angelos. To my understanding, you would have been deployed right at the end. But I'm guessing something must have gone wrong.
Like what?
I don't know. Considering you're here saying words, it looks like something went seriously wrong with your head. You're here dressed like a knight of Ulyssia. Babysitting. You weren't made for that. You were made to kill. You're a weapon. Recently.
He's just staring him down.
Something. Don't know what. Something must have jump-started the workshop. And whenever it got started up, it decided, with its automated systems, to try to get into one world or another to get out of the Lazarus field. That's why these things, he puts his hands out performatively, these things are appearing!
Well. Fuck.
How long ago did it get jump-started?
Well, it would take a while for it to get powered up, so whatever got it going must have shown up there, or connected to it, or weakened the barrier between the worlds. Probably could have been anywhere from a week ago to a month ago.
Oh no.
You okay, Vio?
That's roughly when I came through.
Huh. Well.
And I found the portal, and I came through it. Could that have weakened the barrier, Briar?
Well, it takes a special kind of tool to sever the seal Sparta put up between the worlds. Opening Hellgates is difficult. If the anchor was already on the other side and you came through that, it means that it was already trying to get through. Unless it appeared because it was calling something from that side to it. Hey, I'm here to help you guys. Since you got this one online, my stuff from inside's already reconnected to me. You already got me back my Rumblejack. He puts his hand forward and you see a little podium with a little demonic head that matches the symbols on his shoulders, just raises up and appears in front of you guys. And if I got my Rumblejack, it means I can help you guys out anywhere, anytime, as long as I'm around. So what do you say? You guys help me get my stuff back. I help you save your city. And maybe your world. And I get a chance to work on those weapons I see you're collecting.
Can I insight him?
Sure.
Cool. Not bad.
He seems to be telling the truth. He wants to help.
Hey Logan, when he said Machiavelli before, could I have rolled anything?
Sure.
See
Roll
if I know
history.
anything about it?
I'll just have one more question.
Just horrible rolls all today. Just all today.
You lose all your style
horrible
points.
rolls today. I don't have any. I've lost all of them 5 times today. None of the times have I had any to lose.
I get that.
Sorry, who wanted my attention there?
Gino is just I just have one more question for you.
Yeah, what's that?
Are you the one who put me in this?
Am I the one who put you in there? What do you mean?
Are you the one who took me from my body and put me in this?
Hey man, if you woke up, Machiavelli's the one who did it.
Fine.
He at the entire time he was having his hand kind of back near his sword handle. He at this point lowers it.
Hey, We can all be friends here. I'm here to help. There's absolutely no need to get violent. I've been looking for this thing again for a long time. The human world just doesn't have the means to help me pursue my hobbies like I want to. So whenever I started to sense the barriers between the worlds cracking, I came running. And I'm glad I did. But I'm not going to be able to fix this all myself. I'm not going to be able to go through these spires and fix it. I'm not that kind of guy. But after Machiavelli, I'm the best damn mechanic and demon smith you're ever gonna meet. I'd say you need me.
I think we'll definitely need the help.
And if you get into the other spires and restore some of their functionality, I can help you make use of those resources.
How so?
I remember how it works. If you want things found out, you want to know how to get past some of the defenses in them, I can help you with that. Each one's a bit different. Seems like right now, he motions off into the distance. Seems like each one of them, currently, is opened up to the frost hell. Which means there's going to be a blizzard like the one that was here before, outside every one of these things. So my first piece of advice is you're going to want to find a way to keep warm. Otherwise, going to the other cities is going to be pointless.
Aye, that sounds correct.
Says the one without his shirt.
I'm not as bothered. I am used to extreme conditions. Pats his chest.
Mm-hmm.
I've got endurance.
You don't say.
Wow.
Gives a sly smile. You don't do the kind of work that I do without building up a little bit of it.
That makes sense. Someone I can relate to on a spiritual level, almost. It must be your destino.
Yeah.
She also has a job
Whatever
that you
you
need
say.
a lot of endurance for.
Yes, I do. She says as she approaches him.
I'll bet.
She just walks around him, does that little finger walk from one shoulder to another.
Hello, my name is Marilyn.
What's going on here? He's just no, he's not blinking, just smiling. He's what's all this? What's this going on here?
Absolutely. What? I'm just introducing myself. Do you want something?
I think the real question here is, what do you want?
Ma'am,
He's
I clean
cute,
my
I
own
like
plates.
him. He's cute, I like him. We should keep him. Can we keep him?
Yeah, can you keep me?
Just
He's all-
looks at him, just eyes, just
He's offering his services. I can offer him my services.
Theo
Well,
is redder
sounds
than
like a good
usual.
deal to me.
If we must.
Look at that! Look at that. Immediate friendship.
Well, according to my insight check I made earlier, I trust him.
Well, for now we need all the help we can get, do we not?
Aye. Sounds right. Welcome to the team, I guess.
Thanks.
Did you not see that creature that was climbing up on top of the spire before?
Oh yeah, Valefar.
Yeah.
You realize that if we continue doing anything here, then you would be bringing that upon you.
Yeah, Valefar's not gonna attack me.
Why?
And was that?
Why would he? I'm not gonna be at any of the spires doing anything. I'm gonna be hidden away, sequestered off in secret corners, sharpening your weapons and staying out of sight.
All right.
You're gonna do all the dangerous work. I'm just gonna tell you where to go. Sometimes, if I can. Like I said, you guys need to find a way to keep warm, and I have maybe a couple ideas, but that's mostly on you.
Why would Valefar come here himself, though?
Well, if I had to guess, the frost hell kinda sucks, right?
Yeah.
So, I bet you dollars to donuts that what he's trying to do here is expand his reign out into this world, which is a bit more hospitable than his. But he does like it a bit colder than you all do, so he's changing things up a bit. See, demons don't have a lot of chances to get into our world like this, especially a demon like him. Getting across the protections Sparta put in place is difficult. So, just seizing an opportunity, I imagine.
It makes sense, I guess.
You've been out here the entire time?
Yep.
What do you make of what happened out here? Do you think anyone in the city survived?
Yeah, some people did. Not a lot of them. There were some demons that were here already.
You know this how?
50 eyes.
Because I was here. I was here for a while before this all happened.
Oh, I mean, how do you know they survived?
Oh, I saw them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
You saw some survivors?
Yeah.
That's
Any of
good.
them in a red cloak or jacket?
No.
Red cloak, white hair, kind of looks like a douchebag.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
We.
All right.
I think I feel like I asked this before, but were any of the Knights of Felisa in this particular city?
No, you two are the only ones here today.
Okay, cool.
The people that survived. Some of them, there were some humans that made it, but most of them were frozen solid. There might be some of them taking shelter inside buildings. Dunno. The main people that I know made it were a bunch of demons posing as humans. Some of them dressed kind of like her. Just points to Marile.
Oh, so good fashion sense. Another point for me.
Maybe.
I look better without the clothes, too.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Hi, we've unlocked full whore Marile. Welcome.
He is not steering away from it. He seems entirely relaxed with the situation.
Red's losing her shit. I'm so sorry, sweetie. Oh no! I'm sorry, Hayden.
No.
This is what I live for.
Do
You
not
don't
apologize for our art.
I feel.
If you
We're
want to
going
go
to be-
check on him, it's this, I have a feeling you know the place. It's called Angel's Light. A bunch of people are holed up there.
Oh, I work there. That's my job.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
We get to go to where you work?
Yes, we can, Imani, but you're still underage. Oh, but wait a minute. That means you're a recurring customer, but I've never seen you before.
Hmm?
Brer. I like that. Brer. The way it rolls
Oh, I've
off.
never been there. I just saw people holed up there.
Oh. Do you want to be a customer? Eyebrow wiggle.
So our first stop off should be checking on that. Seeing if anyone has any more information. There's demons there to be asked. They may have some more thoughts on what happened, and they could tell us how they were able to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, Marile can ask if her boss wants to extend some sort of vacation for a time being.
I have no reason to believe he would not say anything but yes.
I have no. Honestly, I was joking, and we're pretty sure that he is probably dead. But
No. I think Gilligan is more than alive. He is a very sturdy man.
Morelay?
Hmm?
Do you think you would let me in? Don't exactly look like...
And I'll just gesture at you.
Well,
I doubt anyone is going to care.
I doubt
everything that happened
horns.
today.
I doubt anyone is going to care, but at the same time, have you seen your bitchos, mi amor?
What?
She just puts her hand under her boobs and just goes holds her boobs up like eh.
I mean, obviously, I have.
You're more developed than any child would be.
I'm not a child.
Exactly. And that's why you'd be welcome in with open arms. Probably even asked to work part-time.
No one's going to be working in a time like this.
I was talking.
Do you see everything around you?
I was talking more about the horns and.
According to Briar here, most of the survivors are demons. I doubt they would care.
Yeah.
Most of the actual workers are, well, not half like me, but more full and stuff. So it's actually run by demons. You'd be welcomed again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
was just about that.
Again, while I was investigating the city, became aware of some demons that were there. That place is mostly staffed by succubi and incubi, which is very strange to see, because usually they don't like humans, but it looks like they've learned to commodify their talents.
Have fun.
It is a good place to find to work where they don't ask any questions.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, you said that should be your first stop. May I recommend a different one?
Yeah, sure.
He stands.
Please don't tell me to stop off for pizza.
My place or yours?
My place. He stands up and he brings his hand up and he presses it down on the podium that had emerged from the ground. As he does, you hear the sound of gears turning inside of it. The area shifts and blurs, and around you find yourself in an area that looks similar to the command deck that you'd been in before, but with nothing outside of it, just pure, it looks like the Lazarus field, effectively, outside of it. And instead of the same holographic displays in the room, you find this place is filled with smithing tools, with a kiln, with hammers of various sorts. As soon as you're inside of it, you all immediately feel warmer. You see Briar put his hand up, he motions to the back of his left hand where there's a little red face, like, stitched into his glove. While you were killing demons, you should have been accumulating their blood naturally. It should have flowed into you. You give me that. He, like, taps it on the back of his hand. He then reaches down, takes his welding mask off, puts it on his head. And I can do all kinds of things for you.
I can barely keep my own blood in me. What makes
the
you
mask
think
have to
I
stay
keep the
on?
demon's blood?
Does the mask have to stay on during?
You can.
Holy shit.
Anyways.
You'll see what I have to deal with!
This is the Rumblejack. I thank you for returning it to me. And just this once, I offer you a discount in return.
Okay. What
See
can
what
you
you're
do?
trying to do, Logan. I'm not gonna fall for it.
So I'm gonna show you guys two things. The first one.
Don't be suckered in, guys.
No, he's so fine.
The thirst is too strong.
Dude, it's too strong. I can't help
The
it.
first is this.
Ew.
If you need any normal items, ba-bam. The other one, which I have a feeling you will be more excited about. Heckin'. Boop-a-doo. 1 second. Badoo, changing the markdown. Is this one.
Ew.
Yes.
He
Yes, though.
He, like, brings up, again, the same sort of holographic displays appear around the room with various things he could make and the prices that they would cost. I can do this stuff right now, but if I get access to more of the Talon systems and get my infrastructure back, the Rumblejack will upgrade alongside of it. And I'll be able to do more for you. I can upgrade those items you have with better materials, make their demonic energy stronger. And if you want me to work on the stuff that you got from the human world, I guess I could be bothered.
Oh. Fucking... What's her name in Devil May Cry 5?
Nico?
Nico.
Is he our Nico?
Absolutely our Nico.
Hell yeah.
Both.
I hope
Nico,
I hope he
man.
comes crashing through the ceiling in a bus.
He can crash through my ceiling
Just
anytime.
crashes
What?
through on a robot lizard.
My god.
It was right there. I had to. It was right there.
With this noted, with the intention of not running too far over, and you guys being given this information to work with, I think we're going to call it there for today.
That feels like a good point, Dan.
It gives you guys some time to look over this stuff to decide what you want to do. You got some red orbs. That feels like a kind of organic place to have ended Mission 2, even though we technically already leveled you guys up, and we're already in Mission 3. But
What? We just finished mission 3. We
nah,
level up
nah,
again.
I don't think so.
I keep coughing, and it seems like I've been given my element, and now I must die. Clearly, I was not meant to truly play Muddy Lay, and I must go.
I'll take Sentinel, please.
God wants me to die.
Welcome to another person. It only took us this long to get to one.
Finally!
Oh my god. Muddy Lay? Holy shit!
I'm so sorry.
No, that's not even like a what the fuck. That is a what the fuck. Hell yeah.
Fuck.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Well, if there's ever anybody you're gonna hit on that's a good character, he's not gonna show much resistance.
I'm just saying.
Dude. But
She was like, hey, look, another person, and he's hot.
Hey, 2 things I like.
I've been sitting on that art for so long, and
I messaged Carrie, just like, we have prior art. She's like, you finally got to see it, huh?
Kept you waiting, huh?
What was really funny was whenever Sid was working on it, I got a message from Sid's girlfriend just contacting me and just being like, that green guy that you have Sid drawing, that is a whole man. And I was like, right now!
he's so fine. Oh.
You guys want to know
funny.
Spencer, your lucky Arden is so fine.
He has.
What you mean.
I don't know if I want to say who it is because I kind of like the ambiguity, but he is one of the characters I've gotten designed who had a very specific model, like a very specific person. I was like, I want them to resemble this person. I will be blown away if you guys can figure out who it is, and maybe someday I'll tell you, but it is one of the juiciest secrets I've ever had to keep a heckin' to hold on to.
I'll never guess it.
His face claim, as soon as it's brought up, you'll be like, oh fuck it is. Okay, cool.
Is it Zardon from Dragon Ball Z?
It's not another character, it's a real person.
Oh, okay.
Is it Captain Jack Sparrow?
It's a real person. Is it Jack Sparrow?
Also, it's Johnny Depp. Is it Johnny Depp? It's not Johnny Depp. There's no way.
Is it Danny?
Danny?
Yeah.
Danny Sexbang?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god, you got it.
Yeah,
Really?
I know.
Oh my god!
Hey!
As soon as the art came up, I'm like, that looks like Danny Sexbang.
He was designed
That
after
explains.
Danny Sexbang.
Man, that probably deserves 3 whole style points there.
Oh, it probably does.
I can definitely see it. Yeah.
You know, yeah. God, his hair is fucking luscious. That's also
Right?
exactly how I fucking pictured Briar's hair. Like, from the moment you have explained him to me, it's like, it's gotta be, like, beautiful. I can't picture this man with not, like, beautiful hair.
My god, I
I
can't
always
believe how quickly
picture
you guessed
Briar
that.
as just a faceless entity that I can't
It
get
was
a
like
good
whenever
description of.
whenever I first saw it, I'm like, he reminds me of. No, Danny. Okay. Like it took me a minute, but I got it.
Oh.
Marine, get some.
She's literally a whore.
She has sex for money. That is her occupation.
I'm gonna sit real quick.
It's the fucking jester description. She has sex for money.
Yeah.
She has a type. I do swear. Logan asked me if she had a type, and I wrote it down. She has a type.
So she's not Gallon then.
Her type is green.
Excuse me. Gallon has nothing to do with this. He does not go here. Okay, so you shut the fuck up, Eric.
Well, we can tell it's not Squeaky's type because it's not blonde hair and blue eyes.
That's not my type.
Shit. Well, damn.
Oh.
Everyone's freaking being all like, we want Squeaky in a game with all the girls to see how. It's not that bad.
Squeaky's type really changed.
Oh, Spencer, I love you again.
I don't even think it was that bad. She's just flirting. I don't understand why you're freaking out.
No. It worked. Before all that happened, like there was a part of me that was just like, before we like learned and like got the good insight check and everything like that, I was gonna be like, just be like, Marile, your time to shine is it's like your time to shine. Gather information. But like we'd already gained everything, so like, oh fuck. Well,
I'm just like waiting. I'm just waiting for like because everybody was like asking questions and he's talking and it's just like, wait for the moment. Hi.
And jump.
Don't interrupt. It was just like, I want to move in, but it's like, Marile, is this the time? It's always the time.
It's always the time.
Always the time when you might die next minute. It's always the time.
Logan, I can't buy anything. I can't let you trick me.
Yeah,
I know.
well,
I'm caving up.
go ahead. You've outsmarted me.
What can I do
can't
for
buy
a
the thing I want.
What can I do for a discount?
We're already getting a discount.
You're currently getting a
What
discount.
can't you do?
How about I get a better discount?
What if I got a better discount?
How about
He's like, ma'am, I do my own plumbing.
Ma'am, I do my own. Yeah, I could replace that for you, but it would cost a bit extra. I mean, you might want to hire a plumber for that, but yeah, I could. Do you want me to change your pipes?
I mean, it's built for 1.5, but we could make it into a 2. We'd have to rip it all out and add the new stuff in. It'd be like $3,000.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's
You think you can fix
I'm
my
so
pipes?
happy we
Do
got
you want me to fix your pipes? You'll find it's not gonna be that energy with him.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be. It'd be a very fucking like, yo, DTF, and he was like, yeah, F. Fucking.
Yes.
You're the one hesitating. What are you talking about? You still have clothes on.
It's like, we
I'm already
recommend somewhere
halfway
else.
there.
My
It
place
cuts
or
to
yours.
Marile, cuts back to him. He's already naked.
What are we doing here?
It's my place or yours? Mine. Ah, forward, aren't we?
I didn't think I have to say this.
Then he
Jack
took.
goes soon,
You
but-
couldn't have given me a better setup for him to open the rumble check. I gotta say.
Head folds out.
She was just, he was just like, let's go to my place. Oh, hell yeah, I'm down to, oh, you want to show me your things.
Yeah, I can fuck here. It's fine.
Should we all leave? Like,
What is fuck?
what's the protocol?
No, we must watch.
Somebody,
Out of respect.
somebody can take Emmanuel. He's too young for this. Everybody else can. Actually, if someone watches, she'll charge extra.
Enjoy fucking Gina. What is fuck? Well, it depends on the demon, but the through line.
Gonna have
man.
the fucking birds and bees conversation with Gino.
Does Breer have those pants that like tear away when you just like pull them off and they tear away?
Pants of doffing.
Who knows? All right, YouTube. I believe we're gonna take off, my boys. Again, we'll be back with this in 2 weeks and back with more Vestige on Saturday. Woo! I'm fucking
never
so
see you
happy
again.
we finally got to Briar and do another character.
Will not matter to Heck.
I can't wait to fuck Briar.
Yeah,
Because
man.
I think by the time that they get it, it'll have been recorded. But for everyone in chat, make sure to get your questions in for Vestige's Chat19. Since
Oh,
that'll
yeah.
be recording very, very soon.
Yeah.
With, Quintus Flux.
Yeah, that'll be on Monday.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Alrighty. Later, YouTube.
Bye, everybody.
Woo!